Have had a fantastic festive period, great Christmas followed up by a fantastic New Year. The lads are just getting set up. They'd love to be in the ground behind me, but unfortunately with COVID we can't do that. So this is the next best thing, making sure that they're getting the audio correct, getting comfortable, getting a drink, and make sure their video is spot on for you guys. So stay tuned to us, turn your TV down, join us and watch along. Get your interactive comments in the live chat as we bring you the live watch along. We'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled.
Hello everybody, we are live, we are back. Hope you have had an absolutely fantastic Christmas yesterday. It's a tough one, Manchester City. I think there's a little bit of a change in mindset tonight because the last few games we would have expected Newcastle to go through against Brentford, pick up points. But, you know, the performances have been really, really poor. But Manchester City, are we expecting out tonight? No, I'm in the mindset that Newcastle are going to go down with a defeat, and not just a defeat, a heavy defeat. So I don't think Newcastle are going to come away with everything, but we live in hope. What I want to see more tonight, for my own personal opinion, is a performance. So thank you very much for tuning in. We've got a lot to go through before kickoff. Let's have a look at the schedule, what we have coming up. So obviously we're live with myself currently at the moment. We've got a few Christmas messages video to play for you in a minute or two. Then we've got the fans have their say. That was really disappointing after the Brentford defeat. That's a 7:15. 7:25, we expect to see Johnny and Brandon joining the show. And then, of course, we're going to be discussing the team news a lot more because there is a couple of surprises, which you'll already know about. And then at 8 o'clock, the match begins. How are you, lads? Impress us. Go on, how are you? And then, of course, we wrap up around about 9:55 because we've got a lot more videos, such as the quick thought at 10, fan reaction at 10:15. So we want you to come on, scoring the players later on, and the last word. It's another late game. It's another grafting away. But what can you do? You did for the love of the game, didn't you? But I can see all your comments coming in. We'll read some of them out. Before we dip into it, you should probably know the lineups already, but if you haven't, let's take a look. First of all, this is Manchester City's lineup. We're going to be talking more about the lineups when we bring Johnny and Brandon in, but there's a couple of surprises for City with Aguero back on the bench. But of course, the big one of Newcastle's is that Fabian Schär comes in, looks like it's a wing-back system. And then you've also got this fella. Who's he? Haven't seen him for a while. Who's this? Is this like a new signing? Matty Longstaff starts. Delighted to see that. But Callum Wilson is rested. Sam's been banging on about that for a while, and Joe Litton looks like he's going to play up top. But that's the two Newcastle lineups. Like I say, we'll discuss that a lot more in depth shortly, Faze. I want to know what you think of the lineups, of course, as well. But it is Christmas. We are in the Christmas mood. If you haven't seen our Christmas video last night or yesterday, well, I've got a nice little treat for you, because here it is. I'll be back with you in about 7 minutes' time. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, it's Adam from Newcastle Fans TV. This is just a quick message to say thank you to all our followers for all your support throughout the year. For every like, every share, every comment you've put on, you know, the interaction from yourselves is brilliant. I hope you all have a great Christmas, a great New Year. I hope you and your families all stay safe. A massive thank you to all of you, who've been going out to work, key workers. Brilliant work this year. It's been a tough year for us all, and watching the football hasn't made much better. I'd like to give a personal shout out to any prison service staff out there, someone that's close to my heart, friends and family who work out there, been going to work this year in difficult conditions, dangerous conditions, day in, day out. Your work certainly appreciated by myself and other people out there. Once again, have a great Christmas, great New Year, and we'll see you all in 2021.
Merry Christmas, everybody, from my family to yours. Hope you're all keeping well and safe, and you have the best time that we possibly can. It's definitely been a unique year for all the wrong reasons, as we all know by now, but hope you have as much enjoyment and be as merry as one can be at this time. It's definitely been a crazy year. I mean, it's been my first year now since I joined the NFTV team, so it's definitely helped get me through what's been a very tricky year. And considering I was only meant to cover about 6 games at the end of last season, I've done quite a lot more than what was expected, but it's been brilliant. Loved every minute of it. So more of the same next year. Thank you all for supporting the channel and subscribing, liking and watching. We really do appreciate it. It means a lot. So thank you all very much. Have a great time and stay safe.
It's falling all around us. Good to play, yeah, having fun. What's good, everyone? Hope you're all well. Just a quick Merry Christmas message from myself. Merry Christmas to you all. 2020, what a year, what a year. Lots of negatives, lots of positives, but thank you to all of those who worked throughout the NHS. People that have donated towards food banks, people that have helped with mindful charities such as mine, the NU Foundation, anyone that's done anything positive to help someone throughout coronavirus, or yourself, thank you. That's what I'd like to say. Thank you to Lee and everyone at Newcastle Fans TV that have made me feel welcome in coming into this environment this year. It's been fantastic, and I look forward to helping the channel progress forward and engaging with you all again. It's been a fantastic experience, and it helps me keep positive about things, and I sincerely hope that is the case for you guys watching as well. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Hello everyone, just Lee here from NFTV. I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Now's the time to go and enjoy yourselves after a horrible year with the pandemic and the COVID situations. Have loads of wine, champagne, you name it. Get drunk, get fat, eat loads of chocolate, hug your loved ones. They're the most important people that you need to be around this year. Cherish the moment, enjoy your time off work. Thank you so much for supporting us this year. It's been very tough, been very hard working for myself with this whole COVID situation. NFTV, the website, the videos, the social media posts, but thank you so much. It has been tough, but we march on to the new year. Hopefully everybody has a better 2021, but like I say, thank you for your support, and a big shout out to everybody, in particular the emergency services who are giving up their time having to work over Christmas. Big shout out to you guys, thank you.
Hello everyone, it's Liam from Newcastle Fan TV. Just a quick message to all the followers, all the page's followers. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully 2021 is going to be a lot better. But I've got a tip for you, don't watch Newcastle over Christmas or Boxing Day because it's probably just going to ruin it even more. Anyways guys, see you later.
Hello everyone from Newcastle Fans TV. Thank you so much for staying with us in 2020. We would love to see you back in 2021, and me and my girlfriend Olivia would like to wish you a happy Christmas and a very good New Year. I know it hasn't been easy for this year since March because people were not allowed in the stadium anymore. Let's hope it will change soon. While we're still stuck in tier 3 or 4, I don't know what it is now. And let's hope some changes in the club will happen. Finally the takeover, hopefully. Rather quickly than later. And it's probably time for Bruce to go out. Although I wish him a very happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas for everyone.
And thank
Cheers.
you so much.
Thanks so much. Bye bye. Enjoy it.
Hello everyone, 2020 has been an incredibly difficult year, and as we get very close to the end of 2020, I'd just like to wish everyone, Newcastle fan or any fan in particular, a massive Merry Christmas, and I just hope whatever you have planned you can do, and 2020 can't be as bad as 2021. It just can't be. So enjoy spending time with your family, because that's the most important thing. We've all lost loved ones, we've all had loved ones in difficult times in terms of illness, in terms of just not being able to see them because of the coronavirus. But if anything can pull a family together, or a football team, or the supporters of a football team, it's Christmas. And I hope whatever you can do, you enjoy it to the best that you can. And raise a glass to every Newcastle fan for a fantastic 2021 as well, and hopefully we might have something good to talk about and return to St James's Park, because that will be absolutely amazing. But from everybody, from my family and Newcastle Fans TV, have a wonderful Christmas.
Alright everyone, Merry Christmas from myself and all the lads at Newcastle Fans TV. If you're fortunate enough to spend some time with loved ones over this Christmas period, I hope you have a wonderful time, hold them close and appreciate what you have. If you are alone this Christmas, don't forget you are never truly alone. There is always someone on the end of the phone or on social media. Reach out to us, reach out to anyone in this fan base. We are united as one over this Christmas period. You are never truly alone. I want to say a massive thank you to all the frontline workers and key workers that have ploughed on throughout the year, not just around this Christmas time. I hope you truly get some wonderful time off this time of year. You've earned it, and I hope that 2021 can bring us both success and fortune on and off the pitch. So look after yourselves, look after everyone around you, and have a Merry Christmas, guys.
Those were lovely messages, weren't they? I feel like crying now. Yes, Merry Christmas from us all at NFTV. I hope you are still enjoying the festive period. I have been loving the time off work. That's probably the biggest thing that I've been liking so far over the Christmas period. And mine still hasn't ended, because I've got another Christmas day tomorrow as well, which will be I'm looking forward to as well with the girlfriend, because I still haven't seen the girlfriend yet, so best have her, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. So coming up next, we've got the fans are going to be voicing their anger. If any of you have watched the fan reaction show, I've missed it. I've put together some of the clips of the best ones, so the fans are not happy with the defeat going out with Brentford. And then, as I mentioned, in about 10 minutes time, we'll have Johnny and Brandon joining the show to discuss the lineups in more depth. In particular, if you haven't seen the news, Matty Longstaff starts tonight, which is the biggest thing. Callum Wilson is on the bench, but why isn't Dwight Gale starting? I've seen a couple of comments before. Why isn't Gale starting? So very disappointed in that. But as I say, let's crack on with the show. Just watching the end of Arsenal 3-1 up against Chelsea. Mad that, isn't it? Coming towards the final few seconds there. But here are the fans, and they're not very happy about the defeat going out of the Carabao Cup against Brentford.
Well, it's a strong lineup, which you can tell Bruce went for it, but it's the same old dross football. Nothing changed, particularly from the game against Fulham, the game against Leeds United, and the warning signs were there already. The man, Steve Bruce, he has to be fired now. He has to be fired, even though it's probably not going to happen. But honestly, the fans were just so fed up with this horrific style that Bruce is playing. And I don't know how much more fans are going to put up with this now, because it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable at all. And you're lucky there is no fans at that ground, because imagine how toxic that would have been after the full-time whistle.
I saw a lot of shit, to be honest with you. A lot of shit. Listen, I know we all want Bruce out, yeah, I understand that, but you've got to look at the ambition of the club. Come on, you can say it's Bruce's fault, but who put him there? Who put him there? Are the players good enough? Are they good enough for the Premier League? Look at a lot of them players. We're a defensive team. Our defence is pretty good. Goalkeeper defence is good. From there, we're lacking. We've got a good striker in Wilson, but the rest of them, they're shit. They're absolute shit. We need to get quality. Yeah, ASM, yeah. Probably one of our best players with Wilson, but problem is with ASM, he's always out. He's there, but then he'll be out for a long time. We get a little bit out of him, and then he's gone. If you look at Joe Linton, the 45 million striker man, I mean, why we bought him it's unreal. He's not even a fucking championship striker, to be honest with you, is he? Look at him. He can't even hold the ball up. That's what we mainly bought him in, to bring players in. To feed it to Wilson, feed it to the striker. He doesn't even do that. I would honestly leave him out completely. Get rid of him completely. Don't play him. Put him in the reserve, because he's guaranteed to start every game, isn't he? And he doesn't do anything.
I'm just so depressed about what I've just seen. It's shambolic, to be honest, like that bloke's just said. How many times are we going to watch this rubbish? A lot of our players, I know we haven't got a top 8 squad, might not even have a top 10 squad, but we've got a decent squad. It's not, if you think back to when we were first promoted, what was it, 2017? Our squad is 100 times better now than it was then.
100%.
So we should be, could we break into the top 10? I don't know with this squad. But we could certainly at least try, and being told we should be happy with 14th, 15th every year, and being told we should be grateful for it, it's just starting to really get on my nerves, to be honest.
Yeah.
I disagree with the last couple of people you've had on. I think come January, February, we will very much be in a relegation battle.
I've tried to remain positive with Bruce being in there. Like I said, he's a Geordie lad, and obviously he probably knows the background, the city, all that piss and bollocks. Obviously, last year, there were good moments. Like the last minute winner against Chelsea, like Jordan Pickford's small arms, not keeping out Lejeune shot, and there were some good performances last year. But obviously, it seems like the performances that he got last year were just non-existent this year. All right, we can all slate like some players who are there who are way not good enough. All right, I'm not going to slate Joe Linton, because I actually do want the lad to come good. I do want him to, because he's not the best player there. We all know that, but it's people who get on his back continuously. Yeah, right. If he plays bad, then yeah, of course we are. No, it's a shame, because you know what I mean. Like when we play Man United, if we'd actually gone after United and actually won that game, we could have been second.
Yeah,
second in the table. it seems mind-boggling talking about Newcastle being second with Steve Bruce as a manager. It's mental, isn't it?
100%.
It's not right. I just don't think he should be there. I don't want to single him out or players out, but it's just he's not the right person for the club.
It's a very, very frustrating performance. I've been listening to all the fans who've come on now. You know, some are blaming the players, some are blaming the manager. For me, there's two things. Steve Bruce should never have been Newcastle manager, and Joe Linton should never have been Newcastle number 9. That's it. I think you can sum up all of our problems from top to bottom in those two people. You've got a fraud for a manager and you've got a fraud for a number 9. The two most important positions in the team, the manager. Think about it. We've had Bobby Robson, we've had Rafa Benitez, we've had amazing managers, and we've had amazing number 9s. At this point, it feels like our identity is lost. We don't have a good manager, we don't have a good number 9. And that's the two biggest things about our team. It's like there's that one player in your team that like drags the rest of the team down. There's that one identity in the team that sums up everything else. And for me, it's Joe Linton. And I'm sorry I'm ranting about him. I don't want to go on about it, but it's just like, it's not his fault. He didn't want to cost £40 million, but he is the reason why, to me, it's just that identity of our team. We sum it up by Joe Linton and Steve Bruce.
Fuming, mate.
Really?
Absolutely fuming, yeah. Where do we start with this debacle then? Lineup was actually decent, to be fair. Which I was thinking, for once, Bruce has actually got it right. But even I, one of his biggest critics, underestimated his in-game management and that. Just did what we do in usual weeks, just sat back, let Brentford have the ball, come on to us. We had nothing up front. Wilson's playing off scraps again. And just absolutely pathetic. They've got their reserve team. They've got Ivan Toney on the bench. I know, mate. I know 4 or 5 of their first team players only out of that 11 were in their starting 11. Absolute joke. And yet we, apart from probably saint-maximin, have got pretty much the best team we could possibly put out. And yet we're getting dominated by them, having chance after chance, hitting the bar. And it continued into the second half. And it was only a matter of time before they scored. And then I knew from then on they were going to park the bus, and we had no chance of breaking them down.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I don't want Bruce there anymore. I'm sick of it. I also want to say, though, that those players, they don't play for Bruce. They play for the club.
You're right.
Whether or not they're getting on with Bruce, they shouldn't be playing for Bruce. They should be playing for our shirt and our badge and the people that pay their wages, which are the fans and, by extension, the media. Because obviously TV fees and whatnot also come into account there. But those TV fees are paid by fans watching on the TV and stuff. So my point is they're not playing for Bruce. They're playing for the fans and the badge and the club. So whether or not they like Bruce, they should still be putting in 100% effort on the field. Part of Bruce's job is to get the players playing for the club. I 100% agree with that. I just don't think we should be putting 100% of the blame on Bruce.
Okay.
And going back to the playing for the club thing, just as an example here, let's ignore the last few performances of Maximin before he got sick. He in my opinion, he more than any other player was putting in 110% every single game. It looked like he wanted to play for the club. All of his Twitters and stuff shouting out to the fans and saying, "Hey, look, guys, look what we're doing." So cheer for us in the background, guys. Maximin was fully behind getting the crowd involved. He wanted to play for the club. I don't know whether or not he fell out with Bruce, and that's what accounts for his last few performances before he went off sick. But he would be my example of a player playing for the club, not for the manager.
Yeah, there were some fans who were not very happy with every right. So I think we're all angry, deflated, pissed off from the defeat against Brentford. So we're moving on from that. And of course, we're going to be joined now by Mr. Greenwood, who's now on camera, and so is Brandon. So these guys, I think Johnny's with us until kickoff, aren't you, Johnny?
5 to 8, something like that.
So, and then it's me and Brandon in the long haul. So we're literally going to be discussing the team news going forward up until kickoff. And then 8 o'clock, as is our match kickoff, me and Brandon. I think Sam might be dropping in, I'm not sure. And then we'll wrap up the end of the show at 9:55. And then you've got Johnny's quick thoughts at 10. 10, we've got all of the fans coming on. So if you want to have your say, please do. And then we've got scoring the players and the last word. It's another late one. As we say, all the Newcastle games have been late, including the Liverpool one as well. So we'll touch more on that in a moment. Johnny, how was
all the best to all our subscribers
that
we put in Christmas message yesterday. All the best to you too as well, Lee and Brandon. Yeah, it was very good. Very, very good.
Thank
nice
you.
and chilled. Just everyone had food and drank. It was lovely.
Brandon, how was yours? All the way in Slovakia.
Went today into the mountains again. Had some food today. The day before, lovely. Been to the mountains 2 times now. Great stuff out there. Beautiful scenes.
What's the obsession with climbing Slovakian mountains? What's
It's
the
just beautiful,
obsession?
man. It's just better than it is before, and the girls are here are lovely. So don't let me go for here.
Now in Northumberland, have you?
Yeah.
Got nothing in Northumberland.
Have you ever been a big fan on Saturday night?
Northumberland girls has their own thing as well. They have something special as well. Don't kick them out totally.
Well, if you really want to go classy, you can always go to the Lake.
I had a fling with a few, so don't worry about that.
Right. And Christmas has been great. Thank you very much, lads. Right. So we've all settled down. Christmas is out the way for all of us, kind of. But we've got a game to get through tonight. Look, I think the expectation, first of all.
Quick question, Lee. What's my last name? Do you even know? Because you say Mr. Greenwood. What's my last name?
Brandon Deshora. You keep changing your name 100 times.
No, but it's not my real name, though.
I know you. It's everyone. Brandon's got
in YouTube is my real name.
Brandon's got an internet name, a bit like Mark Goldbridge. Me and Johnny haven't. We just go by our real names, not some fake. We're not big time Charlie like yourself, Brandon. But Johnny, going into tonight's game, the mindset I was saying at the top of the stream there, it's a bit different tonight because we're expecting to go down tonight, whereas the last few games you would say Newcastle needed a performance.
This is the game I fear every time the fixture list comes out. It's the one game of the season where I just don't look forward to it. And unfortunately, this year it's on Boxing Day. I'd always had a feeling that this could happen, that we play a Man City or a Man United on a Boxing, which has happened for the last couple of years now. You're completely right. It's just the mindset will be, if we nick a point like West Brom did, it'll be a fantastic point. If we lose badly, I'm probably expecting it, but it's going to be a tough watch. And obviously, we're going to go through the team news later on. But we just need to make sure that we can come out like basically give ourselves a bit of a pat on the back, that we actually played an okay performance and not just let Manchester City run all over us.
Brandon, is that what you want to see, a performance tonight?
For sure. As long as they try and play attractive football and not like Bruce's tactics, which I highly doubt. I don't think we will see much changes, to be fair, in the game. I will be surprised. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed. But
yeah,
you know what it is. Brucey ball, probably.
Yeah, I think we all need a performance from the lads tonight. So the games have just finished. Arsenal have just surprisingly beaten Chelsea 3-1.
Yeah, they fucked up my bet. Thank you very much.
Arsenal are still in 14th position. They're still a point behind Newcastle, haven't played 2 games. But Newcastle could, with a heavy defeat, drop 1 place, because we'll get beat more than 4 goals or more. Newcastle will drop down 1, and that is probably likely. Obviously, Palace got beat earlier on today, quite comprehensively by Aston Villa, but scrolling at the top. It's an interesting league, definitely, and obviously we're playing Liverpool in a few days' time, so look, I even think Liverpool's rotated side could give us a hiding as well, but
we're going to turn Liverpool all the way around.
Yeah. It's as they were in the league, though we haven't moved yet. But if we can nick a point, fantastic. But let's crack on with it. Let's have a look at Newcastle's lineup since we've been talking about it. The lads, as you know, we'll always look at the players who are missing first, look at the bench and work our way backwards. So Alan Saint-Maximin, of course, Jamal Lascelles, and those are the two players that have long COVID, which means they're still having after effects of COVID-19. Obviously, ESM has been criticised by some fans for being in France. But Mankio's back and Fabian Schär's back. Those were two players that were rumoured to have COVID. But looking at the bench, then, if we start with you, Johnny, you look at that bench, there's a couple of names that are springing out. First of all, it's Callum Wilson, Jamal Lewis, and possibly even Sean Longstaff.
I think Longstaff, firstly, considering the amount of games he's played, needed a rest at some point. Now, it might not just be one game. Possibly you could see him replace Isaac Hayden for the game against Liverpool. They might just go, well, he can play that game and Sean can play the other. Jamal Lewis is not a surprise either. I think he deserved to be dropped for his performance against Brentford and against West Bromwich Albion as well. Didn't think he was any good at all the other night. I just think he's so negative with his first touch. I think he needs to basically look forward instead of just going backwards. I think Richie will try that ball down the line. And then obviously Callum Wilson, he needs a break. He does need a break. He needs a rest. He can't expect him to play every single game without getting either burnt out or getting an injury. So if you're asking me which out of the three games you think we've got the least possible chance, you could flip a coin between Man City and Liverpool. But I think Man City away is probably the least likely Newcastle are going to get something out of these next three games, just because it's maybe a tad harder being away from home against Man City than it is at home against Liverpool. But I don't know. I think it's probably the right decision. I don't think I would have gone with Joe Linton up top, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, a couple of people also mentioned where's Fraser, Brandon. He's not in the matchday squad at all.
He might have COVID as well. Who knows? Just throw it out there. I don't know. But he could have. Could still be around the club, so maybe.
I think it might be just not so much resting because he might have been on the bench if he was fit. I just think it might be just a slight tweak, and they don't want to risk it against a game against City, which Johnny.
I'm just getting pissed off again by the lineup, man. What the fuck is this?
But are we expected?
It's like a joke. It's like he's not taking this game seriously from the start already. For me, I am happy Matty plays, but
there's two ways you could look at it with the lineup. Is that you could go and you play your full strength and get battered. But then you've got Liverpool again. I think what is fortunate as well, Johnny, is that a lot of teams are playing 2 days later. We're not. We've got an extra couple more days to rest.
Yeah, it's benefit the actual fixtures in terms of the spaced out. We've done very, very well. I think ourselves and Leicester are kind of got the same where we play the 26th to 30th. We don't play till the 3rd of January, which is, I think, is a big bonus for Newcastle. Yeah, we need the break really just to give ourselves a chance. Like Manchester City, you play the 26th today. I'm sure they play the 28th, and I think they play on the 2nd. So it's a lot bit more tighter and congested. Man United play, I think, 26th, 29th, and the 1st. So that's really, really difficult. But yeah, I think that's probably the only positive. And look, if we're looking at the Leicester game as maybe a game that maybe is a chance that we can nick a point if we play at our best and Leicester have a bit of an off day. Ryan Fraser needs to start that game for me. If he doesn't play against Man City or Liverpool, but he's guaranteed to start against Leicester, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, if we keep an eye on that bench as well. Dwight Gale, Brandon, what's he got to do to get a starting lineup?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I think Bruce not even playing for the win. He's playing probably 10 down, 10 people behind the ball, and Joelinton up top with Miggy in between that. Just so fucking frustrating, mate. I already get frustrated. It's going to be a long fucking night, I can tell you.
Who's more likely to get a goal, though? I completely agree with Brandon. Who's more likely to get you a goal if you get half a chance, Joe Linton or Dwight Gale?
And the thing is, Johnny, we might only get that chance.
Gale, easy. I would always pick Gale.
The only thing that's probably stopping Gale is the fact that he's got 6 months left on his contract, and Newcastle don't really know what to do with him. They don't know whether they're giving him a new deal or just let it ride out.
Who would give him a new deal? I would. For sure.
I'm 50-50, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's tough, isn't it? Because for me, he's the second best striker at the club, and Carroll can
he never really got a real good chance, you know. He never really got a good couple of games in. And if he came in, he did pretty well.
The thing is, Carroll's probably third choice. But Joe Linton's not really a striker now. He's playing a lot more. I know he is tonight. It looks like he is, but he's normally playing out wide now. So really, you've only got 3 strikers, and
But isn't that saying enough about Bruce tactics and that he has no clue? Like, he's not sure if he sees Joe Linton as a striker or as like a left winger.
I think it's part of the game plan.
Midfield or whatever.
Part of the game plan, mate.
I don't know, mate. So he's playing Almiron and Joe Linton on top, probably 4-4-2.
Nah,
No.
5-4-1 wing backs.
5-4-1.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the point? He sees him as a striker. I can't wrap my head around it.
I would like to say Gale, because we might only get one chance, and that one chance could be a goal. I mean, Gale's the second best striker at the club. Jamal Lewis has had a lot of criticism, Johnny. He finds himself out the lineup when Matt Ritchie's taking his place at left wing back. So what's your thoughts on Lewis being back on the bench?
Yeah, right decision. Like I mentioned before, right decision. He's not playing well, but don't see him. It might not surprise you that he might start against Liverpool or Leicester because of a squad rotation. What I would have liked if Paul Dummett was fit, I'd like to see Dummett play at left back or the left centre half if you go in that 5 at the back, because I think he's probably a slightly better option at the minute defensively than Jamal Lewis is. Jamal Lewis defensively is like, he's in the rabbit in headlights. He really is. He just doesn't know where to go, doesn't he? He's just stuck. So it's the right decision. Richie will give you a 6 out of 10 most weeks, 5 or 6 out of 10 most weeks in terms of your effort. Effort-wise, we always say the same thing when it comes to scoring the players. Matt Ritchie will give you a shift, and he will put his heart on the line. It's just whether he has the quality now. Today, he's going to have to do a lot of defending, a lot of running, to help the likes of a Jacob Murphy or Miguel Almiron, depending on who's playing on the left. I would imagine it would be Almiron on the left and Murphy on the right. But again, his set pieces are going to be important. If we get any free kicks just inside Manchester City's half, I would imagine they're going to be floated in and towards the box to give ourselves any chance of going forward. But yeah, I'm glad to see Richie in there.
Yeah, crosses from the deep, which I know you and Sam had a little spat of from the other side, who's not very good. We'll come on to that in a minute. But yeah, the bench, Elliot Anderson. If we're 3-4-0 down with 10 minutes to go, chuck him on.
Yeah.
Give him experience. Why not? North Shields lad. Johnny will want to see him come on. Plays for Scotland.
He's 29.
Yeah, get him on. Why not? If we're getting battered, if it's 2-1, 1-1, obviously different. But yeah, Sean drops to the bench. I think Sean will start for me against Liverpool now. Again, there's no.
I would say though, we play one of our best defensive line now, except of Yetlin. I would love to see the Dummett or Manquillo.
Dummett's not even in the match squad.
No, I know, but I would love if I could choose. You know what I mean? I would play in the 3 centre backs like Clark, Fernandes, and Cher, and then left Dummett and right Matt Ritchie, or different ways. Right, left Matt Ritchie and right Dummett. I think that's for now our strongest back line.
Steve Bruce's son, Jeff Hendrick, has not made the matchday squad either.
Yeah, forgot about that.
I think we'll be happy with that. So Joe Litton's up top. Obviously, we are a little bit knocked that Dwight Gale still hasn't been given a chance, but Joe Litton will try and put himself about, but he needs a performance for if Newcastle get one chance. He's got to take it. But interesting, it looks like it'll be Miggy probably on the left and Jacob Murphy on the right. But Brandon, are those guys in the team going to be just another defender effectively? Those two?
Well, Bruce probably tells them to be.
Like 2 banks.
Well, I say Murphy more likely than Almiron, but Almiron does his defensive job as well. But that's not how you would like to see them play, right? Murphy and Almiron as well. It's not how they should play.
Yeah, Miggy doesn't get the freedom to go and do what he wants in tonight's game. He's just going to be running backwards. And Murphy obviously has played right back, right wing back for England and Newcastle. So again, he could be just another helping Yedlin out, but I think it's going to be counter-attacking, isn't it, Johnny? If we do get the ball,
I think that's what Bruce has gone with slightly. Maybe a bit of pace on the break and people that can run with the ball. We've said that Murphy can do that. We can say even Almiron can do that. What we really criticise both of these players really is their end product. They don't really lift their heads up and get the assists that we asked for. I think Almiron scored maybe 1 or 2 this season. I think Jacob Murphy scored 1. this is what we criticised them for. So today, whatever the chances they get at going at the fullbacks, I think the fullbacks are Cancelo and Ake. Ake, he's quick, but I fancy Murphy to maybe get once or twice get a bit of a beating on him. He's not the same player that he used to be. I don't think the move for Manchester City was maybe the best for him. I think Chelsea probably a better move in terms of how they play, but that's for another day. But yeah, we've got to utilise. I think Jacob Murphy needs a good performance in him. I criticised him heavily against Brentford just because I think his end product at times is appalling. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, Lee, that chance in the second half where Sean, probably his best ball of the whole game, was played Murphy through. He looks up, Almiron's in the box. At least put it on a plate for him. And if he misses, then you can blame Almiron. He didn't even get the ball in. He literally fell over his own shoelaces by the look of it.
And I'm laughing now. Steve was there on camera and, we'll give it a go. We'll have a crack. Let's hope we can cause them a problem. They're a quality team. I sound a bit like Sven there, didn't I?
What someone in the comments just said, it's going to be long ball all the time, hoping Joelinton keeps the ball up so other players can come.
Joelinton has got better at holding the ball up, but he's just nowhere near the quality.
He's just hoping to other players to connect and work from there, but I don't think that's the gameplay against Manchester City. But
is he Swedish? Brandon's not Swedish. He's got about 8 nationalities. Brandon, where
I think
you
it was
from?
you, Lee, wasn't it, with that accent? That's what it's probably down to.
Oh, was it? I thought it was on about Brandon.
I have no idea where I'm from anymore. I'm lost as well.
Brandon has about 8 nationalities. We lose track which country he's in. Tonight he's in Slovakia. Tomorrow he's back in Holland. Isaac Hayden, Johnny playing in his proper position.
Oh, thank goodness. This is, like I say, for me, he's still the number one player on the team sheet at centre midfield. Centre back, he can do a job occasionally. But yeah, he probably gets a yellow card today. I think if he gets another booking, he's suspended for the next game. So it might Steve Bruce will have to obviously leave him out because he can't play. But I'm glad he's in there. I think he's on the verge of needing a rest at some point. I don't see him starting against Liverpool. I think it wouldn't surprise me if it's Shelby and Hendrick against Liverpool if they're both fit. If not, you're looking maybe Matty and Sean. Who knows? But Isaac Hayden, like I say, I'm a big fan of his. I think he can play for a better club than us. I think I think he wants a new contract from what we hear. But I like that Hayden in front of the back 7. I think he's part of the back 7, Jordy Sancaster. But yeah, he's, like I say, if Newcastle Newcastle did beat Manchester City many moons ago at St James's, and Isaac Hayden was in the middle of that midfield. It was just his brother in the midfield with him, and Newcastle managed to dig themselves a result. If they can get a similar performance, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, is it harsh, Brandon? Actually, I'll just pause there. Lindsay Hipgrave is on BT Sport duties tonight. Big follower of our Twitter. So lovely laugh, Lindsay. Hopefully she'll say some nice stuff to back Newcastle fans up because I know Jake Humphries speaks sense. But Brandon, going back to the topic, is it harsh or is it an opportunity to throw Matty in a game like this out of nowhere?
For Matty, it's always an opportunity because I think he will always show his class because I believe in him a lot. I think he has much more potential than Sean does. I think we saw probably all of it from Sean at the moment. Unfortunately, I think he's more an aggressive style player, so he will rile the midfield up from Manchester City. He can still show his class for sure. Being aggressive, playing defensive well, and maybe show something attacking wise. He always does well in these games.
I think Steve Bruce has been watching our videos because every single video we talk about Matty Longstaff. Why is he not in the lineup? Why is he not in the lineup? Not in the lineup. It's every single video. Now he's got his chance, but it's an incredibly hard task to come up against Man City. We'll take a look at
that. We will just throw it out for this. Let's just say, we would love Steve Bruce now if Matty plays, and then we send it to him, and maybe he plays more often if he does well.
Well, if he plays, he needs to play regularly. Johnny's disappeared. I think Johnny was going anyways at this time anyway. He might come back in and say hello, but
he'll probably come back.
He's coming back in. Oh, he's back in again.
Sorry, somebody's trying to ring me.
We were just saying that we know you're heading off in a couple of minutes anyway. So, but yeah, it's Matty. If he doesn't then play the next game, or even on the bench, it's like, well, what's the point? What's the point? You know what I mean? But I still think Matty will get a loan spell out in January to a championship club. But
which I hate, and I would love him. I would like to have him a loan out for him, but for us, I kind of hate it. But I don't know. I love to do good here at our club. I love Matty.
I know he needs games. I get that. I get the argument for that. But surely, give him a few give him a few games. Give him a few games.
He can't do any worse than Sean, does he?
Yeah, I think for me, I like that, Simon. No,
stay tuned for later on tonight.
No, for me, look, I'd like to see Mike Longstaff have a few games, and then they can make the decision. It was the same with Dan Barlaser in the preseason. I know it's completely different preseason games and Premier League games, but if they don't think he's ready to play Premier League games or be in that starting 11, or at least be on the bench to push people to get into that starting 11, then give him that 6 months on the Championship. I think Derby had been linked with them, or Forest, one of the two. You know, you can give him game time there, but this is the issue. When you've got a lad that just signed a 2-year deal, you know, it's not a long deal, because by the end of the year, the club might go, well, is he really going to break into this first team? Because if he's not, should we just sell him? So it's a weird one. It's a weird one with Matty Longstaff, I have to be honest.
I'd rather have Matty ahead of Hendrick, put it that way. I think we all would. But Matt Ritchie,
I would be gutted to see him go. I just have a soft spot for Gingers, probably.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get him some games. If it means Matt Ritchie's obviously played left wing back for us and did a fantastic job 18 months or so when Rafa found he's not 18 months, it was more than 18 months, about 36 months ago, about 3 years ago, when Rafa just fell on the formation because of injuries, and he's done a fabulous job. I've got no qualms. Johnny's already touched upon about Matt Ritchie tonight. I think he will be busy, but when we do have the rare chance of having possession, which will probably come in the last 10-15 minutes, we're trying to get a goal, but no qualms about Ritchie. But on the other side though, Johnny, it's come a bit infamous, yours and Sam's couple of stats now about right backs and right wing backs, and Yedlin did score, was it last season or the season before?
Season before. Yeah.
It slides, the cross coming, he slid in, but he gets the nod tonight. He's got up in the run of games. Is he just putting himself in the shop window?
God knows, to be honest. Look, Yedlin's in the same boat. He's got 6 months left on his contract, and he's still starting games with Newcastle United. He's not going to be at the club next season. We know that. Everybody at the club knows that. He's not going to get offered a new deal, and he doesn't want to stay at the club. We know that. So he's only playing because we need him, really. Manquillo, we don't know if he's had COVID, or we don't know if he's just been injured. It's not really been said much about him. Emil Kraft, just forget about it, really. I've said, the one thing that me and Sam do agree with in terms of our right back options, they're not good enough. None of them are good enough. Now, do you go with Matty Longstaff? I know who's a centre midfielder. Do you go, do you know what? We'll put you in right back just to see how you get on, just to get you some game time, because he can't be any worse than what we've got. He can't be. It's the same with Isaac Haynes playing at right wing back or right back. We've had centre midfielders that have played in that position. Now, I'm not saying Matty Longstaff's the answer in that position, but we've tried Murphy, and he got ripped apart against Leeds. Now I know it was against Leeds, who, you know, press and counter-attack and really are in your face. We haven't really experienced that from a promoted side in a while. But I'm never, ever confident whoever our right back or right wing back is. And today I'm still not. I think Yedlin is probably the best of a bad bunch at the minute on form. But man, it wouldn't surprise me if Yedlin has an absolute stinker tonight, and we all go, why did he not start Manquillo? But I've never been a big fan of Manquillo. I don't see what he really offers. I think defensively he's a little bit better than Yedlin, but attacking wise he's woeful. So 6 and 2 3s a little bit with the two of them.
Yeah, Johnny's going to shoot off now. So, but before you do, Johnny, what's his score prediction?
Score prediction.
I said in the preview, my heart says 4-0, and my head says 5-0 City. So because it's Christmas, I'll go with my heart, and I'll say it's going to be a 4-0 win for Man City. But look, in all seriousness, I just want to see the lads just give everything they've got, and when they come off the pitch, if they get beat 2, they get beat 3, or if they can somehow get a point or if miraculously get a win, just that we're a little bit proud of them, because at the minute the club's a bit a bit rancid in terms of the performances recently, and Bruce has got a lot of question for at the minute. So let's just see how we get on. If it's not an embarrassment, I'll be quite happy.
Yeah,
even if we lose 4-0, it's all depends the way they played. I don't care if they beat 4-0.
Exactly. Because Steve Bruce has got to kind of have a little bit of a plan today. He's gone 5 at the back to play safe, and he's kind of done a little bit right. Rafa-esque. If we get beat 1 or 2, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm glad you are watching it in the live show, because I don't know how I'll be like watching it live. But
I expect a defeat. I'm the same. 4-0 and a red card tonight as well. Red card for Newcastle tonight.
Oh, can't wait.
Johnny will be back at 10 p.m. tonight with his quick thoughts. Stay tuned for that. Johnny, thanks for coming on. We'll see you later on.
See you later, lads.
So we'll carry on the conversation, me and Brandon, as the lads just start to come out of the tunnel. Brandon, am I ahead of you?
I don't know, mate.
I've not got it on yet. Right, okay, so we've talked about the full-backs and finally the centre-backs. Clark Fernandez comes back in. Fabian Schär's in there. Again, another one who's been out the cold, Fabian Schär. You happy to see the lad back?
For sure, always. I always rated Fabian Schär pretty high. So, yeah.
So Fabian Schär has come. He might be the one that brings the ball out of defence a little bit. I know Kieran Clark can also do that, but it's 3 centre-backs tonight if you have missed it. Darlow, Yedlin, Schär, Fernandez, Clark, Ritchie. And then you've got Hayden and Longstaff. Matty this time. Matty starts. Murphy on the right, Almiron on the left, and Joe Litton. Raining in Manchester. There's no surprises there. We'll have a quick look.
So sad for a lot, though, for Joe Linton. I feel got it for him, mate. He's all the way again against a 4 defensive back from Manchester City. He's probably never get the ball.
I know. It's going to be a tough night, but we all expect to go down with a defeat. I think that's why I'm in a better mood tonight, because the last few games, you've probably seen me in the last word. I was not a happy bunny, but tonight I'm not expecting loads. This is Manchester City's lineup that you can see on your screens here. Aguero is probably the big one. He's on the bench in Torres, who I've actually been very impressed with. Ferran Torres, the new signing from Valencia, I think it is. Sterling's probably on the left. Bernardo Silva on the right. De Bruyne, quality, world class. Gundogan will probably sit. Rodrigo sit. Ake looks like he's at left. Stones, who's had a re-emergence, hasn't he, John Stones? Diaz, Cancelo on the right. And then you've got Edison. Manchester City have got a couple of COVID issues, if you're wondering where the likes of Kyle Walker is. But looking at that lineup, Brandon, it's still a really, really strong side, isn't it?
For sure. I'm scared for De Bruyne, though. Always. And Sterling. So, yeah.
De Bruyne always likes to score against us. Remember his goal against us at St. James's in off the woodwork last season in the 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He's always dangerous against us, to any team, actually. But, yeah. Great lad. What can I say? Good footballer.
Yes, his passing's from
he's from a different world. Imagine if we have someone like him play for us.
When Bruce walked past him, remember? I don't know if you've seen that clip where Bruce walks past him. There he is with Pep Guardiola. Steve Bruce will go, well, we're just trying to hope that we can go for tonight's game. We'll give it a crack. And Pep will be like, yes, I'm confident we will win. But yeah, in terms of the forward 3, Sterling, Bernardo Silva will have a license to run at us. Movement, we've got to be careful. Torres is obviously wasn't signed as a striker, a young lad scoring goals. I think he's got 5 or 6 so far this season. But can we hurt their defence? Nathan Ake at left back, is that an area that moves could get at?
He's not that strong though. He's quick. That's defensively, I don't rate him too highly, but
you think he's better at centre back?
More likely, yeah. More likely. I would rate him more as centre back than like a right or left winger. Right back, left back, whatever.
Another one who's started his career at Manchester City, Diaz, very well. He's now keeping the likes of Laporte out. I mean, look at Man City's bench there. You've got Aguero. I mean, no doubt Aguero will get minutes.
Zinchenko,
who's obviously can play well. You didn't naturally start as a left back, but you can still
He's
play.
great as a left back. I remember him from playing at PSV Eindhoven. He is great as a left back. He played the Champions League there. He did great things. I like Zinchenko, Ukrainian player. I think he's 21 or something now, 22 maybe.
Still young, isn't he? Still a young lad.
Yeah.
And then you've got Laporte. We're not expecting to see him, but obviously still squad depth. Mendy, who's probably struggled with injuries. In fact, he has, and form. Bit of a character off the pitch. Fernandinho, obviously he's getting on a little bit, but you put in a man in the match performance last time out. Defensive midfield, can play centre-back. Mahrez, I've no doubt we'll say Riyad Mahrez at some point during the game. Well, it doesn't matter what the score is with each just fresh legs. Phil Foden, again, another option on the bench.
Massive fan of him. I like Phil Foden a lot.
You were saying that England only have Alan Shearer as a great player. Were you not?
Oh, come on, mate.
And I'm throwing you.
Whatever. I'm not going to even react to this. Like, it's going to bite me in the ass for a long time.
Phil Foden on the bench again comes up. I mean, David Silva, when he left, they were pointing the finger at Phil Foden to be the man to step up. Palmer, I don't know too much about Palmer. Andre Mariner is the referee. We'll stop the screen share facility now and we'll bring it up as the lads are about to kick off.
First taking knee.
Yeah, Isaac Hayden kicks it off, surprisingly. Yeah, we're going, lads. Come on, lads.
Well, that doesn't say the bench of Manchester City how much seriously Pep Guardiola takes us as a team at the moment. He got most of his strongest players on the bench. He probably takes us as like a practice game. Probably.
All about the money. How are boys? Joe Litton's trying to scrap. He's won a couple of headers there. Hayden gets it out wide. Miggy, go on, whip it in. Come on, Richie, get it in. On the end of it. Yedlin, of all people, getting into the box. Surprising me. Go on, Fernandez. Clatter him. Wins the ball, Fernandez on the right side. It's gone out to play. Right, that's it. That's the game done. We're happy. 46 seconds. We're happy. Good night, everybody. Bright spark. I'm happy. That's our expectations, Brand. The furthest we've got upfield. The furthest we'll
How far ahead are you on me?
I'm 102.
102. Okay, I'm 54, 56 now. Okay,
that's not too bad. I'm only
just 10 seconds. Okay,
10 seconds ahead of you. So Richie's picked the ball up in space on the left-hand side again. He's looking for options. He was thinking about crossing, but he's gone to Isaac Hayden, who's tosses it back to Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär trying to spray it out to Yedlin. Keep the ball, keep it low. But so far, Newcastle's wing-backs are very, very high up.
Doesn't Nathan Ake remind you of Ruud Gullit in his younger days?
Who, sorry?
Doesn't Nathan Ake remind you of Ruud Gullit?
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruud Gullit.
That's his Dutch as well.
I remember when Ruud Gullit came to Chelsea in 95-96 season, and that's because that was my first ever vivid football memory season. Obviously, Newcastle had a great season, but he was played a little bit all over the place. He was played at centre-back. He was played just in front of the defence as well, in the defensive midfield role. I remember he scored against us in the FA Cup replay at St James's Park when we got put out on penalties that night. So I remember him coming across. I didn't, because obviously that was just into football. I didn't know much about Gullit. And of course, he went on to manage Chelsea as a player manager role and won a couple of cups with them. And then when he came to Newcastle, I actually thought he'd do good things for Newcastle. I really did. I thought he has a manager who plays attractive football. You know, we've just lost Kevin Keegan. Kenny Dalglish didn't set the world alight. Granted, he got to a cup final. And when Gullit came in, I thought, this is the time. But some of the signings that he made were just strange, really strange signings. And obviously the falling outs with several players like Philip Albert, Stuart Pearce, Rob Lee, Alan Shearer, Duncan Ferguson. That's a big, big core of experienced internationals. You've got to get them
but
on.
He's quite a character, you know. That's why. And he played on a high level, and he's quite a legend for them.
Yeah, he isn't.
That's probably why he had his crowd and probably got into those arguments with the other legends. Well, for us,
didn't he find it strange that when he was managing that, other players couldn't be at his level?
Probably he probably expects the same thing from other players that he's coaching, but that's probably why he's not a coach anymore. He's just a TV presenter now in the Netherlands. And
Almiron's been played through on the left-hand side. He's looking for options, crosses it in for Joel. Oh, I thought Joel Linton was going to get on the end of that. John Stones heads that away. Bit of ping pong. Go on, Matty, lads. Go on. Newcastle have a free kick. Matty has been clattered. Coming up to 4 minutes. Good start on Newcastle. It's a good start.
Oof. Hard tackle, Matty. Like, gee.
Oh, he puts his head in the way, doesn't he? Hello, Ian. Thank you very much for coming along. Hope you've got your TV on mute and chatting along to us. Bruce might he's a good lad.
Isn't it in the how players used to play? Like Bruce was a defender. Isn't that why he plays more defensively? And
yeah, Bruce
Gerrit is more like loves taking football, and that's probably why he
great tackle by Matt Ritchie. That's what I want to say. Sorry, mate. Yeah, Bruce was a great defender. He was at Gillingham, Norwich, Manchester United. Obviously, made his name there, winning trophies. A captain alongside Pallister. Never played for England. I always say that he's one of the greatest defenders. Never play for England, but yeah, he scored a lot of goals as well. People forget that he was lethal in the air.
Don't you think the way they played in the past, it kind of influenced the way of managing the club as well, and how they let the club players or team play? As like Ruud likes to play more in his career. He played mostly attacking football.
Oh, Sterling has a corner outside. Fabian Schär cleared for a corner. Sorry, mate, I am listening.
That's mostly why he loves attacking football for his teams that he's coaching. Bruce was a defender and mostly knows defending football. That's probably why he plays that way. Does that make sense? Or
no, it makes sense. Yeah, Jane Atlanta, nice from Richie there. Yeah, Richie's had a good start of the game. Manchester City have a corner coming up to 6 minutes. Wet and rainy Manchester. Some things never change in life, but yeah, corner comes in from De Bruyne. Oh, I thought he was going to get a free header. Murphy picks a ball on the edge of the box and he's on the run, but he's up against Sterling, who's got pace to burn himself. Manchester City have the ball back to the goalkeeper. But yeah, going back to Steve Bruce, everywhere he's been, Brandon, that all the fans have criticised him. And what I find strange as well, that he seems to have managed a lot of rivals clubs. And you've got to have some bottle to do that, because I wouldn't manage Sunderland ever. If I had the opportunity as a Geordie to manage Sunderland, I wouldn't do that. It's not just us and Sunderland. He's married, managed both the Sheffield clubs, Wednesday and United. He's done both the Birmingham clubs with Villa. So he's upset some fans, put it that way. But
I think Bruce can be very happy that there's no fans allowed this year in the stadium. Imagine them now or last week. Or well, they played out away from Brentford, but imagine if they would be in the stands right now, the fans. Even if it's allowed with 2,000 fans now in Tier 2, if they could be in Tier 2, imagine that. Like,
we're Tier 3. I know today has actually been new restrictions in the UK with the London and South East going into Tier 4. We don't want to turn it into a politics show, but yeah, we just want COVID out of the way so we can get back to going to games. And even us,
is it politics though?
Even our channel's suffering a little bit because we're renowned for going to games and making videos outside the ground, match vlogs. You know, we're missing massively, and there is some stuff that we do want to keep even when we do go back to games, such as stuff like this, where we have.
But although we can take this as a positive, like it got us. It had us improvising though, you know, like what can we do to keep the fans reacting with us, stay close to the club and stay close with us, you know, like
that's what the fan reaction shows for every fan, and that's coming up at 10:15.
Yeah,
to have their say, doesn't matter where they are. So last week we had people from Scotland, South Africa, England as well. We've had people in the past from Sydney. Another one from South Africa, America. Obviously, Jane Atlanta comes on. We had 2 Americans a couple of weeks back as well. So people from all over the world coming on.
What's the name of the lad from South Africa, though? He made some good sense for me.
There's 2. I forgot the name of the lad that I wasn't involved in last week's show. That's
the
why.
younger lad with the third kid.
Yeah, with the
purple one.
Yeah, he's got that one. But there's also another guy who used to come on as well. So
yeah. And
come
if
on,
he's watching,
happy to share.
Let us know again, because I totally forgot. I was a little bit on a drink at night, so forgive me, please.
Yeah, Brandon's famous for his lives now on Facebook. What do you make of whilst we're in stoppage here for free kick? Joe Linton's went down with after knock. Dubravka's back in training, and he mustn't be too far away, Brandon. So I would probably say he's a couple of weeks away, and he might play an under 23 game. What do you do?
I'll play him any day.
What ahead of Darlow? Even Darlow's been brilliant.
Yeah, Darlow's used to being a second goalkeeper, and don't forget he's old as well. People see him still as young because of his face, probably, but
29.
Yeah, he's 29, mate. He's not that young. And Dubravka, what does did Dubravka do instead of getting injured than being dropped for Darlow? I can't wrap my head around it. It's no discussion for me, like, not at all. Even though Darlow has been great.
I think for me, it's for Darlow's to lose. He's had the opportunity to come in, and it's for him to lose now. For me, Darlow has to start. Although I do rate Dubravka more than Darlow. But the problem that Darlow's facing is that if he does one mistake, just one, that's him out the team. Whereas Dubravka can make one or two, and he has fumbled a few times, and he'll know he'll start the next game. So that's the difference between the number one goalkeeper and the number two.
For me, it's just mind-boggling for me that, like, people can say, like, yeah, Darlow should start now in front of Dubravka. Give him games again, mate. What if you keep Dubravka on the bench now? What's going to happen to him?
Then again,
play for the under 23s, he's going to be out of his rhythm, and he's going to be gone by the end of the season. Mate. Seriously, he's gone. You want to lose him? Okay, don't play.
Well, you got Freddie Woodman who's doing the business in Swansea as well. But the Arsenal game, the FA Cup, that may be a great opportunity just to test Dubravka out, just to see he's ready to come back into the lineup. I mean, I'm sure he will be.
Test Dubravka out. You really need to test this lot. Really?
Yeah, not test him out. You know, run out, make sure he's ready, his mind's ready, his body's ready. That's what I mean. For Arsenal, the FA Cup.
I don't know. For me, we're just talking about Dubravka like he's some childhood boy who's like coming back from like far, far away. You think he will be worse than he was?
See, I think you've got to go Darlow until
Fucking hell, man. Jesus, man.
You've got to have Darlow on that lineup until he makes an error, and I feel for him because he will lose his place after an error, whereas Dubravka won't.
Anyway, let us know in the comments. Who do you guys prefer? Is it Darlow or it's going to be Dubravka? We're interested. We probably have a discussion, and I would say Dubravka.
A couple of people from around the world, couple of shout outs here. Nikos, my Greek name, that isn't it? I used to live in Greece, believe it or not. Everybody seemed to be called Spiros when I was over there, and had about 20 letters like Panopopoulos or some things like that. But yeah, Greeks. So yeah, Greece. We've got Jay, of course, over in the States as well.
Early this week as well from Greece. We had a lot of Greece people watching the stream actually.
Yeah, we've got Greek Tsunami. There's a group there. Nearby Kandiak, close to Benidorm, says Raphael. You guys keep yourself entertained. Help me to learn English. A double win. I'm actually looking to go to the Canary Islands in the first week of February if the Brits are allowed to travel, because at the moment we are banned. So I'm hoping to get
all the lads from Newcastle Fans TV keep learning me English now as well. At the moment, I'm still learning at this time.
I've got a phrase for you, Brandon, and this is a Geordie phrase, so not many English people will know it. Heed the ball.
Hit the ball.
Heed the ball. Like you're going to head the ball, so you say heed the ball.
Heed the ball. Yeah.
Just means you're a bit. You're a bit slow. So
a little bit daft.
Heed the ball.
Okay.
So just say that.
31%. Heed the ball.
Heed the ball.
Heed the ball.
Heed the ball. I just means you're a bit slow. Test it out with your girlfriend. She'll be like, "What?" Don't tell her what it means, mind. You may get a slap. 13 minutes in. I'm pretty happy so far, to be fair.
Are you?
Yeah, because
at least luckily we have 31% possession. So that's great.
We're not getting beat, which is great. Go on, Richie, you've got to get tighter. Sterling. Torres on the ball on the right-hand side. Passes it to... Gone over the left to Ake. Bernardo Silva's now on the left-hand side. De Bruyne looking for a through pass. He's found Torres on the edge of the box. Richie's fell asleep. Sterling is in. He's cut back. Manchester City are 1-0 up already.
Really?
Yeah, Gundogan has scored. Matt Ritchie was a little bit asleep there with his runner.
Fucking hell, mate.
He gives Sterling too much room, too much freedom there. Sterling, very calm, under pressure. You'll see the replay now. De Bruyne picks the ball up there, finds Torres, and Ritchie's just asleep. And Sterling then cuts back, squares it to Gundogan, and it's 1-0. 1-0 Manchester City, yeah. Yeah, it's the commentator's curse, crony, in it. And I'm not a commentator, but that's what they say in it. When a commentator says a fact, the opposite happens. Some great places in Nikos, yeah. Santorini.
Santorini. That's Thessaloniki.
I've been to Zakynthos twice. I've been to Corfu 7 times. Used to live in Corfu. So, love to go.
You know Kos as well?
No, I haven't been to Kos. I'd love to go to Mykonos, though. That's where all the celebrities gone, isn't it? That's where Harry Maguire got arrested, didn't he? But
talking about Jordi Phrases, I got confused one time. I got a story for you. I got confused one time when I went out. Was it Sam Jacks? I think in Newcastle. I think it was Sam Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And some girl said to me, "Come on, Pat, let's neck on. You want to neck on or something?" I'm like, "What?" And then all of a sudden she started kissing. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And later I got the phrase necking on because he asked me colleagues, like, what the fuck? She said, "You want to neck on?" I'm like, what? I didn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah, because a snug, yeah, it's a phrase. The Geordie Shore lot have created Tash on as well. That's a new one that's come around the last few years. Tash on, yeah. Eric says, why no Fraser? Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point. Why no Fraser? He's not even on the bench as well. Never Shelby, never's Paul Dummett, never's Jeff Hendrick. All of those guys not even in the lineup as well. So, did she eat you? Crony's asking, did she eat you?
No comments. No, it was actually pretty good, to be fair.
I hope your girlfriend's not in the room.
No, she's not. Don't worry.
Let's chuck Bruce in the North Sea. Kevs, I've got a better idea. Let's chuck him in the Tyne.
Not the North Sea, because he probably comes out my way.
Golden question, says, golden question. Why is Bruce still a coach? Because he's a nice guy and he keeps Mr. Ashley happy. Because he keeps Newcastle just in the Premier League. That's why. Gundogan on the attack has played in Torres. Newcastle need to keep the shape here. Matt Ritchie's
that's literally Italy. What you just said is it's spot on.
Well, because it keeps Ashley happy.
Yeah, and it just keeps on in the Premier League. And until we are sold, Ashley is happy with that.
He'll only float. Make sure we have It the Clown down there with him as well. They all float down here. Come on, boys. See, with the first 10 minutes, we were high pressing, and now we've gone back to sitting again.
You want to call that high pressing? I don't know.
Well, we were the first 5 to 10 minutes, we were playing the high press, getting in the face.
Well, for our likes, we were high pressing, for sure.
Nathan Ake's just playing a 1-2, and we're just clearing it. Yedlin's just boot the ball back away at Stones. I mean, Stones right now is in a central midfield position. That's how deep Newcastle are already. De Bruyne is looking for passes. Rodrigo. Back to Diaz. And now Stones is on the right wing. Mental. Sterling, who's picked the ball up. Almiron trying to go in hard on him. But Manchester City have still got the ball. I think when we do get the ball, Brandon, we've got to actually just calm ourselves down a little bit and keep the ball low for me.
For sure. But I think that's the problem all over all the season. Like we cannot stay calm on the ball, and we've been way too sloppy with passing. if you look at,
well done, Joe
I
Layton.
never-
Well
I-
done. That was good from Joe Layton. Came back and won the ball.
Okay.
Which is just had
Well,
it.
I never did that before, Lido. But if you look at passing accuracy, I think it's fucking low. I don't know how much it is at the moment, but all the time, sometimes they show like the passing accuracy in one single game, but and it's shocking low. It's like 60, 65% if lucky.
I'd love
on
to
a good
go-
game, we have 70%, but like I think overall our passing accuracy is so low.
Yeah,
maybe one of the lowest. That says it all.
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne has nearly scored from a cross. He had the ball on the left hand side, whips it in, and looks like it was going to go in. And Darlow's had a fingertip that wide. That was going in. So I don't think De Bruyne
Just
meant
see it,
that. That was a cross. That wasn't a shot.
Yeah, it was a cross for sure. It was a cross for sure.
But it's
You're
all
right.
Manchester City now at the minute. Newcastle need to get the ball and hold on to it a little bit longer and just ease the pressure down. Take the steal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have literally 10 men behind the ball.
We need Nikos Dabby's asked for coach. Yeah, it would be great to see all the ex-Toon players back on the books, but some of them won't work with Ashley for a reason. I don't blame them. But you're right about the passing accuracy, Brandon. You're right. Newcastle stats are really low. But I would love to know also what average pass count every move. Like, is it 4? Is it 5? I reckon it's low. I reckon it's really, really low. Whereas Manchester City's is probably up towards 10, 11. Ours is
Probably top of the list, probably.
Yeah,
After Liverpool, maybe Chelsea.
Thing about Liverpool, they play a lot of through balls because they've got pace on the wings. Whereas Manchester City like to play it out wide because different kind of style that they play.
But that's Pep's style, you know. Pep likes to play that way. It would be so much easier if our club was Manchester City.
Darlow's just cleared and it's just come back to Manchester City again.
Don't you think so? Although, would it make it more fun if we would support Manchester City, for example?
I don't mind people from Manchester or Greater Manchester supporting the local clubs there. What I have the issue, Sterling's through. Fernandes has lost his man, and that's going to go out for a corner. Surely Fernandes, yeah. Andre Marinar's given the corner. What I don't mind is like the people from the area who support the club. But what I've got an issue with is people who are young, not even got no affiliation with Manchester, and start supporting that club when they've got no affiliation.
Because they have a nice sweatsuit or training suit.
There's no. I could get it if your dad or someone's from that city supports that club. What I can't get is there's no emotion attached. You've got to have an emotion attached affiliation with it. Because if you just randomly Stones heads it across, clash of heads, it looks like. Yeah, Andre Marinar's paused it there. It looks like Kieran Clark has clashed with Diaz. Emotion attached to a club. I can't get that when youngsters pick a random team. It gets to me that. That's why
I believe it's literally like just picking a fucking team and players that they like, you know.
It's like saying,
if most of the players that I like go away from this club, they don't support them anymore. I tell you, there's probably more players that I like than.
Say you've had 168 passes to our 52, and that's probably more now. It's a couple of minutes ago he said that. But in terms of that, yeah, it's like just closing your eyes and going. Someone saying he has 6 clubs, close your eyes and pick one. There you go.
And I bet you, like a lot of people support Barcelona. I know someone actually from Badalona. It's a city next to Barcelona. He's with the Boys Noise. He is with the heart firm of Barcelona. He tells me as well, like, I don't understand all these success supporters, blah, blah, blah. He said, if I ask 90% of the people of the club who support our club about our history, 90% don't know even 5% of it.
It's like I get wound up when you have London fans, people who live in London support Man United when they're like the age of 30. They've got no affiliation. That's only because Man United were successful in the 90s and 2000s. Manchester City got a free kick, but Marinar's allowed to play on. Torres, he's got Fabian Schär up against him. Is he going to take him on? He's cut in. Schär shoots Darlow, saves comfortably. That was poor by Torres. Newcastle will let off. He should have got a proper hold of that. Fernandez was out of position there.
And much more.
Yeah, he could have punished a lot more there if he put his foot through properly. What do you make of Ferran Torres since he's been signed? He's been quite a surprise hit, I think. Because with Aguero and Gabriel Jesus having problems, Kieran Clark's at the back of his heel there, De Bruyne through pass. Right, Hayden's got the ball. Now we need some options. Let's just keep the ball. Go back again. See Manchester City playing very high up, which we kind of get out. Joe Linton's trying to hold the ball up. Richie's got his foot in. Matty's give the ball back to Joe Linton. Switch it. That's it. Yeah, then you've got to come to it. That's it. Just keep the ball a little bit. Keep it. This is the longest we've had possession already. Oh, he's kicked the ball out because of an injury.
Good show. Go on.
Rodrigo's down. Great question. Dougie's asked, why does the young guy, Brandon, support Newcastle? Tell me a story.
Well, first it came out of nothing. It began with my dad asking me that he had an opportunity because he was working for the Dutch bank, ABN AMRO. I don't know if you know it. Anyway, he asked me do you want to go with me to England to a football game? I said, yeah, sure, no worries, why not? Sounds cool. And he asked me, I got an option. We can go to Sunderland. I don't know who they played, and Newcastle against Chelsea. I said, who's the home? What is the bigger team? So my dad said Newcastle. So I said, let's go to Newcastle. And since then we took the ferry from Amsterdam to North Shields, and from there we went. And after that I was kind of triggered already. Followed their games some now again, looked at their results. Not watched all the games, gotta be honest, but later on I got the opportunity from school to work abroad as a plumber, and I said, yeah, I want to go to Newcastle. I'm gonna find myself a firm or a company in Newcastle, and in the end I ended up at the Rockville Plumbing Service in North Shields. And then since then I'm living in Fenham, like 10 minutes walking from the stadium, St. James's. And since then I've been going to every home game with a student pass as well, so you get a discount. And I always try to be at the Gallowgate stand. So yeah, that's sort of my story. And that's like 5-6 years ago. Not exactly sure.
So there you go. Mine's just an obvious one. Local team, local sides. I'm from the area.
Yeah, I wish I could say I'm a Geordie, but I'm not. Sorry.
Well, you're a Dr. Geordie, doesn't just because you don't have the accent. Have you got a soft spot for any other club?
Me?
Is that Alkmaar's next door to you?
Well, I do have a soft spot for the Czech club.
Which one?
And for Bani Kostrava.
Yeah, Pav used to play for them.
And for 2 Dutch teams, but I couldn't say it is soft spot. I like AZ Alkmaar and I like PSV Eindhoven, but I hate Ajax, so really hate them.
I support 3 clubs. I support Newcastle's first team, our under 23s and the women's side. There you go.
I'm a big fan of the women's team actually as well.
Yeah, I've been to the women's side twice this season, but because of all the COVID restrictions, you kind of go sometimes.
You're doing good reports on them, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I do like to keep up to date with the under 23s and the women's on NFTV Extra once a month. Manchester City are on the counter. That looked a little bit offside. Bernardo Silva's got the ball, whips it in. Fernandez heads clear. Come on, Jacob Murphy. You need to get yourself back in the game a little bit. He's barely been in the game, Murphy. But I went.
Did you have a chance, Lee, to have an interview with one of the Newcastle women's team? Wasn't it the coach or one of their?
Yeah, we had Becky on.
Yeah, Becky, right? Yeah.
A few of the girls follow us over on Twitter as well. Quite a few of them actually. Half the squad do, which is always good. And
do they follow the page as well, though?
Yeah,
Facebook and YouTube.
Facebook's not more that track because you kind of go all the way. There's too many followers. There's nearly 31,000 following on Facebook. It's too many to track. You can't narrow them down, whereas you can on Twitter. But yeah, I like getting the women's game because you're more closer to the action. You can hear everything as well. It's a bit like the under-23s. In the 23 game, you can hear everything. A bit like a Premier League game right now, where there's no crowd. If you're there, you can hear it
There you
all.
go.
It's
Yeah.
really like, and all the players do is swear like crazy. All of those constantly, fucking hell, fuck off, ref, fuck you. How are you?
But that's the same way as you play yourself a game. Well, me, when I used to play football, I used to swear a lot as well. Like, come on, ref, fucking hell, mate. Really? Are you having a laugh?
Jay's reasons why for following Newcastle is all because of booze. Wouldn't have it any other way, Jay. The Brunel.
Wasn't it because Miguel Almiron came to Newcastle? Is that not by chance?
No, I think that's probably put a massive spring in his step when Miguel Almiron came to Newcastle. He's obviously from Atlanta, and it comes hand in hand. And I would love to go to an Atlanta game because their stadium looks unreal, and it always packed out as well. I've done a couple of MLS
but the
games.
supporting there is not that great in America, though. It's kind of.
I know. I'll tell you the difference, and Jane probably knows this as well. When I went to America in August last year, me and Rob went to 2 MLS games. So we went to watch the New York City, and I've been to the Yankee Stadium before, so I've kind of the atmosphere with the baseball is very different to England, where it's very YMCA dancing and cheering and kiss camera and all this sort of stuff, national anthems and all of that. Whereas
Same in basketball.
Yeah, whereas in England, it's a lot more fierce. It's a lot more driven. It's a lot more focused. It's a lot more must win at all costs kind of mentality. But
I have to say, though, when it comes to American football, it's more comparable to England's football atmosphere.
Switch
supporting.
it. Hayden's picked the ball up. Switch it. He switched it to Yedlin. Fernandez, of all people, doing the overlap. Yedlin's crossed it. It's gone long. It's gone high. DeAndre Yedlin and his crossing. Let's just end the conversation there. Yeah, but when I went to watch the MLS game, New York City, because it's not a football stadium, I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. It's a baseball stadium, but you felt a little bit far away. And like, I know in the merchandise they sell big hot dogs and all of this around the ground and stuff, and people walk around. You don't get that in England.
No.
I've watched a couple of baseball games. I've seen the Yankees and I've seen Miami Marlins as well. And when I went to across to New Jersey, me and Rob took the train over. Totally different. It felt like a football stadium. It was actually proper purpose-built football stadium. They had loads going on outside for the kids and fans. Like,
where was it? Did you say?
It was the Red Bulls, New Jersey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was like loads of like five-a-sides going on, and you got to put it in a hole like your football. You shoot it, you got to put it in the net and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of activities outside, which I proper love because that's what I feel Newcastle United missed massively. The engagement, really like that. Got inside, it felt like a proper football game because we're at a football stadium and enjoyed it.
For me though, I went to Miami Dolphins NHL game and Miami Heat basketball game in the NBA. For me, what came closer to like a football atmosphere was probably the American football. The fans are more crazy there. I think it's their biggest sport.
What a tackle. Sorry to interrupt you. What a tackle by Isaac Hayden that was. Wins the ball back for Newcastle. Brilliant. Would you take Simon Copper from Swansea? Brandon?
Don't know the lad. Can't tell.
He's done good things for Swansea, but the lad looked like he's on smack all the time. He's got one of them proper. In terms of his ability, he needs the chance at maybe better level, but he missed out just at Swansea. Swansea going well at the moment, so if you come to the Premier League, he'll have his chance, but for me, not at the moment.
So you're saying he looks like me?
What, you're on smack all the time?
You tell me. I'm just kidding.
I hope you didn't think that. Yeah, his cross was a poor one. Wouldn't even buy a ticket to watch this. Kev Start, brave man, because I'm probably the idiot that would if we could go to the games. But it's 33 minutes in. Newcastle are doing well to be just 1-0 down. But look,
so stupid to say that though.
See, I know it's stupid to say that, but Hayden's just won the ball back again. Brilliant. Nicked the ball off De Bruyne there. Now, Richie's went long. This is what I don't like because we've just wasted the ball there. Why is Richie going long for? Almiron slid in, won the ball back from Newcastle there. Brilliant. Clark's bursting the gut. That's a yellow card. Clark's just been fouled by Diaz, and that's got to be booking. It is. Andre Mariner shows him the yellow. That was good, but didn't go long, man. Stop going long, Richie.
Gundogan, isn't he?
Brilliant by Clark, that.
Gundogan getting booked?
No, it's Rodrigo. I thought it was Diaz.
Rodrigo.
I tell a lie. But Hayden's had a good spell there for the last 2 minutes there. US college sports are Morpheus. Yeah, I would agree. You see a lot of that on there. We do get coverage of that over on BT Sport. A lot of the college football is very, very big. Very, very big.
College basketball as well, by the way.
Yeah, it's massive. It's on BT Sport. Almiron's picked the ball up on the left-hand side. Now, Joe Linton's need to get in the box, yeah. Hayden's clipped it straight at Ake's head. Ake clears. Murphy's bottled the challenge. Murphy needs to get in the game for me. For now, Manchester City have a run in here. De Bruyne's through. He's 1-on-1.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant, Darlow. Carl Darlow's just kept Newcastle United in the game. For the life of me, I thought that was in. Newcastle stretched all over the place. Clearly onside. De Bruyne through. He's got to score. De Bruyne, he has to score.
I'm surprised he missed that, though.
I'm surprised. It's brilliant save by Carl.
Normally, this is.
Do you know what I was saying earlier about Carl Darlow, Brandon?
Sorry?
Do you know what I was saying about Carl Darlow a little bit earlier?
Come on, mate. Dubravka would have done the same thing.
Nah, I don't know about that. Like, that was brilliant by Darlow.
I haven't seen anyone commenting on the Dubravka and Darlow discussion.
Say again.
Okay. You can throw the comments, man. No way.
Brilliant. Darlow's kept in the game there. Right, Murphy's offside. Murphy's been absent the last few games.
Can everyone please comment if they would love to see Dubravka playing instead of Darlow? And I hope Lee is that honest to show it.
There you go. You got a spot there.
Thank you. But Jordy, Sandcaster, and me is like.
Oh, Brandon, you just showed us a bottle. What are you drinking?
Sarish.
Okay.
It's Slovak beer. It's almost that good as Czech. Yeah, it's almost that good as Czech beer. Almost.
What's the nearest to? Like in terms of flavour to a British beer or a imported British beer?
You cannot compare it, mate, because it's way different. Like
Sterling's again. Richie's asleep again, man. Richie. Oh, and Sterling shoots and hits the side netting. That's twice now, Matt Ritchie. Sorry, mate. What are you saying?
Wait, I'm still following the action. I'm a few seconds behind you.
Darlow should be in the England squad.
I agree with that, though. Totally.
Darlow should be first choice if he gets pissed. Or some of the other team are going out get a bloody good cool goalkeeper. Any is like gin and tonic. Matt, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I drink it. I drink everything.
Come on, Richie. I'm not a huge fan of it. I had it when me and the girlfriend went to got them in the cans, so that's probably why, the flavoured ones. When we went to Edinburgh for the weekend for our birthdays, the end of September. There's a lot of it.
A great report as well.
I like soft beers, and that's probably me being a woman, being a wimp. But I'm talking like your Carlsberg, your Heinekens, your Fosters, your Coors, the soft stuff. Cider's all right. Whiskey gets me wound up. Whiskey makes us a bit angry.
I would love to see you have a drunk, Totally. Oh, I would love to. I will pay for that, to be fair. Like,
well, keep saying we need to have a night out with all the newbies have came in the summer and have a night out. And, it'll be great.
I'll come over.
Yeah. We'll get a vlog. We'll make a vlog on it.
You know what's funny? Like, was it Sam? Yeah, I think it was Sam. He had like a voice memo. I wish you could play that here now. But about how a night out would look like with NFTV crew. it's pretty spot on, I think. Maybe he can come on later and tell what a night out looked like.
Newcastle got Clark's fed to Richie. Richie's looking for options. Back to Clark. Clark now looking. Clark's driving forward again. He's lost the ball. Well done, Hayden. Hayden's won it back again. Again, winning it back. Richie's now picked the ball up. Going back to a centre-backs to Fabian Shares. Played it. Matty Longstaff's got a bit of time. Switch it, Yedlin. That's it, Matty. Now, Yedlin's got pace. What are you going to do, Yedlin? You've got pace. And he's given the ball away.
Although I have to say, I like what Clark is doing. He's coming more forward more often, and it works out pretty well normally. I like what he's doing and trying.
Jody Sandcastle was just basically saying that Dubravka's number one, but you can't drop Darl. He hasn't done anything wrong. As soon as he does a mistake, Dubravka comes back in.
Come on, Jody. Oh, yeah. I thought he was on my side, but whatever.
Kev's a strongbow man. Yeah, I can drink strongbow. I don't mind that. The thing is,
But coming back to your league, you cannot compare Czechoslovak beer with anything. English beer is a little bit like Dutch beer. But this is totally different.
I'm still quite a similar taste.
Yeah, but like you know what it is. Czech and Slovak beer, every beer they have, every single beer, has a different taste. So that's what I love about the beers. Every beer is different.
Do you know you can get all of your beer? Thank you, Brandon. Do you know you can get all of your beer for $5.95? Free delivery. Sorry, free case. Even I'm drunk now. You can get 8 beers, a magazine, just for £6 delivery. Absolute bargain. There you go. Beer 52. There's a link in the description.
Do they still have that offer that the first order is free?
Yeah, your first order is still exactly the same. Let me just put the correct watch along back in again. There we go. Yeah, beer 52. You mentioned that. The reason why you're saying that is because all the world beers, they've got loads of them. Sam's a huge fan.
All different tastes.
Sam's a really loony alcoholic, isn't he? Right. Newcastle have a corner from the right-hand side. It's going to be Richie who's going to whip this in. Get on the end of this, lads. Go on. Joe Litton, no. Aki's headed it. Go on, Miggy. Back in the mixer. It's back in. Handball! Joe Litton's nodded it. Manchester City are on the counter. De Bruyne has gone long. Going to win that. That was Yedlin in a left-back position.
It looked like a handball, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm still seconds behind you. So stupid. Bro.
5 minutes before half-time. If Newcastle go in 1-0 down half-time, and I'm going to laugh at this, but we're still in the game. No matter if it's 1-0, we're still in the game.
Yeah. That's right.
You
cannot pause your TV for like 6 seconds.
No, because then that would mean the viewers would be behind even more so. I can't drink Irish beer. It's too heavy for me, says Matt. I actually don't like Guinness. And that might surprise a lot. I know Johnny's a big fan of Guinness, but it tastes like tabs.
I don't like it either.
Tastes like tabs.
I like it after a lot of beers, but before that, like I cannot drink that, man.
Thomas says Clark's doing well tonight. Yeah, he's had a couple of amazing runs, hasn't he?
Hayden doing great as well, by the way.
Hayden's got a couple of great tackles. Great to see him back in his natural position. Hope he's just talking to Matty a lot and making sure. Please no, Eric, haven't said that though. Would you bring Andy Cowell on for the last 10 minutes and go long? Let me know in the comments.
Sure, why not?
Lee, tell Brandon if he comes to Newcastle for night out, we have some of the fittest women in the country. John used to live in the area, so he knows all about the nightlife.
Yeah, but I'm settled now for now. So
believe it or not, though, Sam Jacks is gone. You mentioned that earlier on. A lot of the bars.
But what happens in the Toon stays in the Toon, isn't it?
I mean, there's still the nightlife in the Toon. There's still plenty of bars. I mean, I grew up like Idols was a bit of a radgy bar, and Blue Bamboo. I was there the night Andy Cowell put the headbutt on the lad for calling his missus a so-and-so. So I was literally there in the VIP. I seen it all happen.
Have you gone to Sinners?
Where? Oh, Sinners. Yeah, it's still on the next door to Sam Jackson, isn't it? I don't know if that's still going, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, last time I went, it was, but it was before COVID as well. So
Mushroom go to quite a bit, like the trebles in there. But I like going to different cities as well. I've had loads of nights out. I've done Soho. I've done Liverpool. Liverpool's a great night out. Brilliant.
I've been to Liverpool too.
Wakefield a few times. Leeds I've done a couple of times. I would love, and I still haven't done it. I still haven't done Manchester. Still have not done Manchester.
You probably don't miss anything.
Nah, but I still want to experience it. Obviously, I've worked abroad, done all the lads' holidays and all that. I tell you what, I was disappointed with a holiday. It was Magaluf. I hated it. I hated Magaluf.
I hate places like this. I never go there. That's why I go to places where I go now, where I'm in at the
Put in.
moment. I'm not...
Back. Fernandez, well done. He's recovered. That's our corner to Manchester City. I thought Man City were going to be carbon copy of the first goal there.
I always love to go to places where I can be one of the people, hire an apartment and be among the people who live there.
Yeah, I'm like that now.
I don't need a fancy hotel, nothing. I just want to be with the people who live there and know their stories and where they're on about their thinking, how they look in politics and all those shit.
Yeah,
and it doesn't mean I have to agree with them. Totally not, but I just love their view of life.
Headed away by Joe Linton, that corner. Almiron's just kind of kicking away. Cleared. Murphy's on the chase. Go on, Murphy, lad. Go on. Oh. Cancelo wins the ball back at halfway line on the right-hand side. Manchester City will reshape themselves back in possession. Newcastle need to reshape themselves off the ball.
Oh, Bruce can turn it around though in second half because it's almost second half.
Gotta believe
if he brings Gale in.
Gale should have started this game without a shadow of a doubt.
Hi.
He's got a date.
Where's John Jojo?
John Joe's not even in the matchday squad.
Yeah, what happened to him? Like,
don't know. Same as Hendrick. Same as Dummett.
Well, I can't be too bothered about Hendrick though, but.
Oh, you're asleep. You're asleep there. Newcastle have got off really, really light there. That looks like it's Fabian Schär's man. Friends of yours?
What?
2 minutes stoppage time.
Oh, you hear people in the background?
I think we're a little bit fortunate there with Fabian Schär being half a kip there.
You heard people in the background, Lee?
Yeah, I could hear them just there laughing.
Yeah. It's the family of my girlfriend, and they're having people over, family as well for Christmas. So I'm heading out in first half and come back second half, start of second half.
Yeah,
just show my face again.
Love the Cascale when he's in London says, Jay, we don't have beer like that over here, over in the States.
Do you like this, Oli?
Say again?
Do you like this?
I was trying to ask you, what's the nearest taste to it? That looks like a Bailey's drink, like milk.
Yeah. Bailey's. You like a coffee liquor?
Yeah, I can drink Bailey's. Bailey's doesn't get us drunk.
Drink a bottle of it and you'll be smashed.
No, do you know, like some people can drink a bottle of wine and don't get pissed? Some people can do that. If I drink a bottle of wine, I'm like, well, I'm all over the place, mate. I kind of drink wine. It's very sicky feeling. It's like,
when I did the live stream on the Facebook, I bottled myself a bottle of Bailey's. I was smashed, mate.
I could drink a glass of wine, but that'll be it because I have too much. It's just a sicky.
But that's more with food, right? Like if you drink a good piece of meat, you drink some red wine.
It's like champagne as well. I know you obviously have it at Christmas and celebrations. Champagne's a bit sicky feeling for me.
Would you drink champagne on New Year's Eve?
Nah, cans.
No, just fake.
Newcastle
champagne.
Last piece of action before half time. Richie's going to whip nuts. Murphy lips it in low. Newcastle, is that a corner? Have we got a corner? Yeah, we've got a corner. Hurry up and tackle this before the ref blows. Seem to be getting a little bit of, I wouldn't say success with set pieces, but it seems to be with best chance of score in the last 25, half an hour. And again,
I think our only success from set pieces was Murphy's goal, right? It's free kick.
Direct set piece, yeah. Richie's corner from the left comes in. Clark, that's going to be another corner. Guys, blue for half time. That is half time, everybody. Manchester City are 1-0 up. After that performance there, Brandon, are you fairly happy with it?
It can be worse, but I take a point any day. We can still take a point, but I don't see us score more than one goal. So if Manchester City is able to score the second goal, it's done for me.
Yeah.
What you think?
Sam might be popping on at half time for his thoughts as well. We're in the game. There is a couple of lapses of concentration with a couple of through balls, a bit with Fabian Schär, Fernandez once, Richie twice. So Manchester City just need to put one of them away and it's game over. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. We're still in the game, only being 1-0 down. It looks like, for me, the best chance of scoring at the moment is a set piece. So maybe big Andy Carroll, last 10 minutes if you need to. You've done it against Spurs, you got a penalty.
Going for a handball again.
Well, he's not the answer, but he can cause a mess, and it might not be his header.
Yeah.
It might attract two bodies and make the next man free next to him. So that might be an option.
Do
I
you
say,
feel like asking Sam again, Sam, about the nights out with the NFT crew? Or it's not the right moment?
If we get Sam on a night out, though, Brandon, you cannot drink. He's coming in now, so he'll answer himself. We'll bring Sam in, but if we get Sam in on a night out, hello, Sam, we'll bring him in. I was just saying, if we get Sam on a night out, we can't be drinking Thatchers, though, Brandon, because he's used to it. So you need to mix his drink.
No, but never mix your drink.
You can't do
Sam,
because it wouldn't get you drunk.
Sam, can you explain to the NFTC fans or people who watch us? Let's not call them fans, but when you said in the voicemail in WhatsApp how night out with the NFTC crew would look like, or
how I think a night out
story,
with the NFTV, how it would go. So it would start off very kind of not timid, but very, very standard, very typical, very, well behaved. Nice bit of decorum around, some nice food, some lovely drinks. The 8 of us, lovely. Then after the meal and a couple of beers, things will take a turn for the worse, and you'll get two kind of distinct groups forming. Thank you, Eric. You'll have like the chilled out, myself, Johnny, Adam, Carl probably as well. That half of the group will probably just stay in the pub.
I don't know about Johnny. Swing
games
over.
of darts, games of pool, whilst Brandon, Lee, Liam and Matt, I think will just go batshit crazy and end up in a ditch somewhere, and one vomiting on a curbside, Liam out in his dressing gown, arrested probably. It'd just be absolute carnage.
Standard night
Who's
out.
most likely to get arrested, though, from us of the group?
You or Liam, as in Brandon or Liam, I think.
I've been arrested.
I think you're not even that far off, to be fair.
I can't reveal that there's an exclusive. Many years ago, I was a bit drunk coming out of Mushroom, and I said to the lads, I'll catch them up because I need a wee. Me thinking, I'll be fine. There's a phone box atop of the big market. So I let myself into the phone box and relieved myself. Of course I did. But I did it in front of a police car.
Schoolboy error. Schoolboy error. Don't go to a phone box. Too obvious.
So I spent the night in the police station behind Central Station and was given a nice 80 quid fine. There we go.
Most expensive piss you've ever had in your life.
Probably, to be honest, though, Sam, it's probably the same amount because we're still early on in the night. It's probably the same amount I overspent anyway. Just a slip.
Either way, your money got pissed up a wall. But that was good. I would have been on sooner, but I'm watching on the BT Sport app, which is a good 2 minutes behind actual time, which is brilliant when you're trying to run a Twitter feed. So
the first half?
I don't think it's been
still in the game.
You want to say?
That's the positive. We're still in the game, aren't we?
We are still in the game. I love Matty's tenacity. So nice to see him in there. 4 minutes in and he's going straight in, diving in for a 50-50 and winning it, which is what Shelby and Sean, Hendrick, they've just not been doing lately at all. So we really miss that tenacious, scrappy little midfielder as well. I'm not sure how fully fit he is, but, it just makes his situation all the more baffling. Yedlin is frustrating the tits out of me because he can't cross and he's getting in some great positions. He's getting in some great positions. He's so quick. He's a lot going down that side and he just can't put a decent ball in, which is really disappointing. On the other side of the pitch, Cancelo is just by far and away the best player on the pitch so far. He's been amazing. But
yes, Jordi Sankansa. We're still in the game.
We are still in the game. But yeah, Cancelo and Sterling against Richie is a bit of a mismatch, isn't it? Especially as Richie's lost a yard of pace. But like you say, we're still in the game. It's vital that we don't concede early in this second half and see where it goes. I'm not sure Joe Linton's doing a great deal. I'm not sure Jacob Murphy's doing a great deal either. But, you're playing Manchester City. They're one of the best sides in the world. What can you do?
I said that before.
Lee,
Yeah, maybe it was a passenger.
Lee, one question. Can you put me in the backstage? I'm going to the family real quick.
Yeah, Brandon's going to be with us in a minute or two. I was just saying there, Richie was obviously fault for the goal, not following his man.
Is he though? There's 6 black and white shirts in the middle there.
I'm point the finger at Matt Ritchie there, and I like him as a player. But I just think that was sloppy. It's not the first time he's been caught out there either. That's twice. He's not the only player because Fernandez was.
Fernandez was, but I tell you who's been our best player so far, in my opinion, is Kieran Clark.
Isaac Hayden for me.
Kieran Clark for me, putting that head in where it hurts early on, and he's always playing like the Fabian Schär centre-back role, bringing the ball out and getting forward and at least trying to make something happen like he was in the last game as well. But Kieran Clark's done really well. But as a part of that, midfield's looking a bit better. The shape of the team's looking a bit better. Joe Linton's obviously living off scraps. He can't do a great deal, but he's not playing terrible by all means.
Do you think it's the right tactic just to go along to him all the time? I don't think that's right. I think we need to just keep the ball on the bottom.
You can't go long all the time because he can't win everything. You got to vary it up a bit. Try and use Yedlin and Almiron in their pace, but it's always going to be tricky. I thought it was going to be worse than what it was. We're not looking as bad as we have done the past few games, which is a positive. But no matter who, no, I didn't say he was playing bad. He was just living off scraps and not doing a great deal because. Again, look at that. We've had 25% possession. What do you want him to do? So, it's. We've got a shit record on Boxing Day anyway, haven't we? And always around Christmas time. The last time we won on Boxing Day was 2013, and that was against Stoke, who had 2 players sent off. We had 2 penalties that day as well, and we still went 1-0 down, and we still missed one of them penalties. So, no shots on target in the first half.
I normally spend my Boxing Day in Manchester, so it's a shame I can't do it for the 3rd year running this time around.
It's absolutely pissing down with rain there as well, isn't it? So it looks tricky conditions.
It is. And I was just saying to Brandon there that it looks like we're best. I don't know if you agree on this. We're best chance of scoring at the minute is a set piece.
Yeah, but I was a bit disappointed with that free kick right at the end of the first half. I'd want to see more shots on goal. We've not had a shot on target. You've got to make the keeper work, especially in these slippy, slidey conditions. And then you want to be following in on him. It's going to be tough in that second half, handling-wise. We need to get shots on goal. If you can't make the keeper work, then you're never going to score a goal, are you? So,
and our best chance may be from distance because we kind of look like we can get in that box. And really, if you look at which side though, Sam, there's no Shelvey. Sean likes to have a pop from distance occasionally, but none of them are there.
Yeah, he said Shelvey and Wilson have picked up little knocks, which is why they're not playing. I mean, I don't mind resting Wilson because it had to happen sooner rather than later. There's never any good time to rest a player, but it needed to happen. Shelvey, on the other hand, for me, was the worst player on the pitch against Brentford, so I'd have dropped him anyway. But to see him not in the squad at all kind of buys the knock story that Bruce came out with. Where's Hendrick? Don't know, don't care. But there's not a lot of. I mean, if you're going to keep chucking it long, you may as well stick Andy Carroll up there.
Just said the set piece there because he'll be great in the air. Last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he would. He's just a battering ram. He'd batter his own players, let alone their players. But if City score again, it's going to come down their right-hand side, our left, because Cancelo and Sterling are just head and shoulders above everyone else so far.
What about Dwight Gill still not getting a chance to start?
Is it the game for Gale?
I know, but the lad scored the winner against West Brom and he hasn't had a look in. He's had 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But she's starting Joe Linton. His time's up in Newcastle, isn't it?
Who knows? Who knows? I'm not sure if it's the right game for him, especially if we're going to stick one man up top and leave him up there.
Great question. Sam can answer this. What do you think of playing Isaac and Matty in midfield regularly? Without the ball, Sean and John Joe might as well be invisible. So I think he's referring that off the ball. Hayden and Matty look a lot better.
Yeah, the centre of midfield doesn't look a mess tonight. Touch wood, so far at least. Anyway, considering Matty that this is his first Premier League start since January, so nearly a year. Yeah, I'm really impressed with him first half because I thought he'd be rusty as anything. There's something just not right with Bruce and that lad because he's just fucking up his career. But it's nice to see him playing. Yeah, I agree. It's not the right game for Gale. But yeah, Hayden, Matty, real tenacious, real bite in that midfield. I'd like Matty to get forward, get some shots in on goal, charge forward, make the keeper work. But yeah, second half, do you chuck Gale in? If it's still 1-0 with 20 minutes to go, do you chuck Gale on? Do you chuck Carroll on?
Both. Go for it. It's a free hit, this.
It is. But
that's why I'm not too down as what I would be if we got beat tonight. Because
no, I'm not. As long as it's not a silly score, you can't go into this game away from home against Manchester City. For viewers of a younger disposition, Man City have always been a bogey team of ours, even before they got mad stinking rich. So, exactly. We barely ever win at Man City.
Georgie Kinklatze used to rip us apart.
Yeah, Kinklatze, Niall Quinn,
Uwe
Rosler. Yeah,
Nicky Summerby.
Yeah,
I agree.
Keith Curl at the back. He was
Steve
a shit.
Lomas, Brightwell.
Yeah.
Richard Edgehill. Tony Cotton in goal.
Yes. Weren't the 90s just the best? Yes, but there you go. Yeah. How has the first half been with Brandon?
It's been all right. We've been talking about beer, holiday destinations with Sean Gota. Yeah, great show. Sean Gota. Feed the goat, says Matt. Yeah, it's been all right. We've been talking about our favourite beers, and he's drinking some Slovakian beers, and been talking about MLS away days in European Barcelona and stuff like that. You know what these live streams can go on for. You don't really talk all the time about football. You talk about nights out. We've talked about that as well. So it's good. It's good. He'll be coming back on. We've got a busy night ahead, as I've said earlier on the top of the stream.
Haven't we just?
Yeah, it's back to me and Sam doing all the legwork behind the scenes. 10 o'clock, we have Johnny all set up, ready for him to go live. Quick thoughts for about 10, 15 minutes. 10:15, we've got Sam and Matt doing fan reaction. So if you want to have your say on tonight's result or the results in general or the transfer window coming up, by all means, check the link out. The video is already available to see on YouTube ready. Depending how long that video goes on, normally about an hour. But then we'll have scoring the players probably 11, would you say, roughly?
11, yeah.
And then me with the last word, about 12, depending how quick I can get all the clips put together. All of them will be live tonight, so there's loads. Is it true babies born in Newcastle are baptised in Newcastle Brown?
Yes, it is, yeah.
How are the two? That would explain the funny accent, says Johnny Gooch. Well, you know, Johnny, we kind of always talk like that all the time. How was son sorted, lad?
What accent was that?
Paul Jackson, this game has been shambolic. But I don't think it's as bad. Like Sam said,
as bad as the previous three games.
As bad as the previous ones. We're about to kick off again. Sam, how long are you staying with us?
I don't know. It depends how far behind. If it depends how far behind my app is behind the actual coverage, because I don't want to watch it when I'm 30 seconds behind you.
Is there any Northeast journalist defending Bruce still, or is that still national politics?
No, I don't think the Northeast lads aren't. They're telling it how it is. National commentators. I think the tide's slowly turning.
Yeah, even the Chronicle have turned against him, which is probably what we wanted in a long time. I'm
Right,
on
I'm 45-15. Where are you?
45-35 now.
So I'm 10 seconds behind.
That's not bad. Brandon's 10 seconds behind as well.
Oh, okay.
That's doable.
On my phone, then.
Brandon's having a few drinks tonight with his Slovakian family. Not his family, his girlfriend's family. He's already met them, which is a big step. Brandon's been going out with his girlfriend less than me, and he's already met the family. So
have you met your lady's family yet?
I haven't yet, but I think
know it's a bit tricky with
COVID.
Obviously. Yeah.
I won't with COVID situation, but I think we're at that stage where we've been going out 5 months now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
All done.
Got another Christmas dinner tomorrow as well.
Well, you don't eat meat, so what's the point in that?
Well, I can have mashed tetty, peas, carrots, Yorkshire puddings.
I suppose a turkey is a very small part of a Christmas dinner. You could just leave that out, and maybe on obviously the pigs in blankets, and you'd still be all right.
Christmas pudding, all of that. So I've got another Christmas day tomorrow.
Oh, very good.
What we're forgetting, Guardiola will be going off at City's. Yeah, because he wants ruthless.
I don't think this City team's particularly brilliant. I'm going to put that out there now. I know they're still way better than us.
They haven't been clinical because they've been behind our back line. Darlow, that save by Darlow to keep it at 1-0 was brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and Sam were debating Darlow and Dubravka when they'll come back, and Brandon wants Dubravka straight in, whereas I think it's Darlow's to lose. But
you've got to keep your faith in Darlow, haven't you? He's been superb. He deserves it. That's a nasty tackle on Hayden, wasn't it?
I know. But I was just saying, as soon as Darlow does one mistake, Dubravka's in.
Oh, nature of the game, isn't it?
Whereas Dubravka makes 2, 3, 4, which he has done. Stays in. Maxi, yeah, we do miss saint-maximin. We don't know how long this COVID stuff's going on for. Lingard, nope.
No,
Sorry.
I would rather shit in my hands and clap than sign Lingard.
Yes. Lingard, no thank you. Lingard, is Jacob Murphy any worse than Jesse Lingard?
On current form. Willems, this would have been a great game to play Jetro Willems instead of Matt Ritchie on that side. A bit more pace about him, good delivery.
Joe Litton's give the ball back to Edison, and we begin again. How them boys? I was just saying there, if it was 1-0 at full time, I wouldn't be happy, of course not. But I'd be a lot more content than what I was the last few games.
Yeah,
If he's looking for options, nearly through to Joe Litton. Murphy looked a lot more tucked in there.
Thing is as well, what were you expecting when this game kicked off?
A thrashing, I said 4-0.
Yeah.
It's Jacob Murphy's boots that's actually come off.
Cancelo's boot came off in the first half as well, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe just because it's dead sleepy, isn't it? I think we can go and get Jetro. Yeah, we could. The deal's there if we want. I think it's whether the club want it. It's definitely there. He wants the move. Be a smallish fee. Don't think
it'd be any fee. Contract's up at the end of the season.
Yeah, but if we want to sign him, maybe 5 million. Bargain, get him done. Get it done.
Yeah, wouldn't cost that much. Release clause was 9 million, wasn't it?
Yeah. Loan to buy. Well, not loan to buy. Loan to pay him a loan fee. That's it. He's ours.
They'd let him go. They'd let him go for 2 mil.
The thing is with loans as well, which you can bring up in the fan reaction shows, that Newcastle can still bring in 2 loans. And Yedlin's obviously looks like he's on his way out. He is playing games, but that would free up a place. If we get rid of Gale.
I read the other week that Big Sam wants Andy Carroll at West Brom.
I could see it happening, that. I really could. That would free up a space, wouldn't it? De Bruyne's got this free kick, whips it in, free header. Jesus Christ, who's marking John Stones there? It hasn't gone in. It went wide.
Spoiler alert, because the free kick hasn't been taken yet. on my
Well, it
app.
hasn't gone in, so you'll see it go wide. But who is it?
Oh,
It's Fabian Schär's fellow. He's complaining to the referee there. It's got to be a
it
bit
does
stronger.
look like it's blowing a bit of a gale in Manchester. I'm about an hour and 20 from Manchester, and the weather's very rough here too.
That's a punchline waiting to happen tonight.
What's that?
Blowing a gale.
Blowing a gale. Yes, very good.
Gundogan on the attack, plays in Sterling on the left hand side. Weak shot, Newcastle clear. Sorry, Sam, if you're head behind us.
I'll tell you, you can bring Brandon back in, and I'll disappear.
He's actually there. Actually, Murphy's on the right. Oh, and Edison's been forced into a save. Can you believe it?
I'll look forward to that when I see it.
It's actually been forced into a save, yeah. Newcastle's best chance of the whole game, yeah. Murphy's pace plays them through. Thinks, you know what, I'm going to hit this. Yeah, but it still makes the goalkeeper work, doesn't it? Our Czechoslovakian, Dutch, English, Irishman, French, Ghanaian, and New Zealander is back.
How many languages do you speak, Brandon?
I speak Dutch. I hope I can say I speak English. I understand a little bit of Suriname language, and I talk it a little bit. I can speak pretty okay Czech, so I can understand Slovak language. I understand German language. I don't like to speak it though, as I don't like Germany so much. So I don't know what makes it that 5, 6. I don't know.
Yeah, that you have to be multilingual like that. You got to be a pretty smart guy, and yet you still like Steve Bruce. So maybe not.
Well, he's my uncle. So what can I say? I cannot talk bad about my uncle, man.
Sam, Brandon is signing Duff.
Well, and of course, you forgot to say as well. You speak Swedish because you are Emil Kraft in disguise.
I learned to.
Probably according to some fans, yes, I am. Sorry, go on.
I got Brandon to learn a Geordie saying before, see if Sam can understand it. Go on.
I get me heat on. Oh,
No,
what was it?
Yeah. What did you
something
do
about me heat.
What did you do with your head?
I got me heat on.
What did you do with the football with your head?
I got me heat on, right? No, what was it?
So what did you do
about it?
If a cross comes in,
you had it. You had it.
So you had
right? I remember now. I hit the ball.
Sam might not know because he's not from this area. He might get it.
What? No, I won't. Sorry, you'll have to
heed the ball.
Heed the ball. Oh yeah, I knew that. I know your pronunciation of ball.
Heed the ball.
But do you know what is necking on?
Yeah,
talking about it now.
What is this? What is Lee trying to teach you? Filth?
No. That's came from Jon. I had a really nice storytelling later on the stream before.
Oh, good.
Do you know what it means if you and me are necking on?
No.
Look his face. You tell him, Lee.
Snogging someone. Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that really.
Oh, how are you, man? Clark, be stronger. Cleared by Fernandez. Get out, Newcastle. Out! Let's hit Clark again. Doesn't know where it is. Oh, on Miran, you've got to be stronger there. Oh, it's goal here. 2-0. Torres.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Torres has just scored. Fernandez kind of clear the ball properly.
Fuck. How about you fucks it up there, like? Fernandez should have saved that, cleared that better, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black and white shirts in our own box.
Yeah. I don't think Fernandez knows where he is. That clearance is awful.
I should have cleared it better, like.
Oh, Christ, man.
That's a game over now.
Low ball. Oh, poor
new way we can come back, though.
You may say it's unfortunate the way he slid and it just falls to the Torres, but Almiron's got to do better there. He's got to be stronger and Oh,
Can we say it's game over now?
He slides and it goes straight to Torres. I mean, that's just a gift for
Jesus
Torres.
Christ, Miggy. What you doing, man? Fuck me, like. Not the best performance from Fernandes as well. Not used to that from him, like.
But that's on him. You can't get done like that, says Jay. You got to stop the cross. Almiron again. Jordi Sancaster. Easy for me.
Sancaster.
Like Jordi Sandanson.
Fucking hell, up there.
Do you think we've tried to play Almiron like ASM was last season, in the fact that we're trying to use him as an outlet and he's just not up to it?
Fernandes couldn't have done much else. Yeah, I think Johnny's just fortunate the way it's felt.
He could have done different, but it's unfortunate though.
Yeah, Miggy's look like everyone putting the blame onto Miggy for that.
No, but we should criticize Fernandes as well, where he needs to be criticized. It's not always great from Fernandes. This is where he can be criticized.
That team we all adore, and we're playing black and white.
Play black and white, and we know how to fight. We'll support you evermore. Who's the team you call United? Sorry. Who's that team you all adore? Oh, we play black and white and we know how to fight. We'll support you evermore.
It's my name.
Oh, hey, lads. Oh, hey, lads. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to say that, right, lads? Sorry.
You're sexist.
It's so funny for me, like it's mind blowing for me.
You do know Sam's got
people really think like this, that they're gonna be calling me a sexist for saying lots when we are literally three of us.
A grin on his face because he will clip that down now and put it on the socials.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't do that.
Oh, he would.
No, please no. My girlfriend would hate me. If you want me to do first my girlfriend, Sam, do it. What is this smirk, mate? Jesus. No, but there's no way of us coming back. Seriously.
Well, we've got to score, haven't we? So,
but the way we're playing, we're not going to score, or Bruce has to change tactics. Look, second half possession, 12%, mate. We have 12% possession at this moment. Are you joking?
Go on, Miggy. Go on. Well, the thing is we're 2-0 down. Now substitutions will be in the back of his mind as how early did we do them?
Well, he has to change it around. So hopefully it's early in the second half. So hopefully he does something.
We're getting beat anyway. So what we're going to lose a goal difference. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sterling should have scored there. They've just hit the post as well.
Wilson is not on the bench, is he?
Silva. That's a shocking miss by Sterling.
Yeah, Wilson is.
He is.
Yeah.
That should have been a goal.
Oh.
Whipped in.
Fucking hell, man.
Post. No, it
it should have been a goal.
Bernardo Silva almost scored there, like.
Sterling
lucky not 3-0 down.
Silva hits a post. Should have been game hour. I mean, I say game hour.
Fuck me, man. What was that like? What did someone say about Lee and me? I didn't see it.
Oh, that you pronounce his name right. I just had a tongue twister.
See?
Oh, man, awareness, man. Wake the fuck up. Eddie Howe getting another shout as well.
Sam, are you staying for the whole second half?
No, because it's irritating me that I'm like 30 seconds a minute behind. But
same before, Sam. If we're getting hammered, I want to say Elliot Anderson chucked on. Give him
you may as well. It was around kind of like remember a couple of years ago. It was around Christmas time when Sean was just chucked on for the first time. And whilst there's a lot of games coming up, you may as well see them kind of players on for a bit. But there's no point just bringing them on for an appearance fee in 30 seconds, is there? You want to chuck him on 65, 70 minutes to give him a little bit of a chance. But yeah, it'll be good for him to get a chance over the next few games.
Oh, ref, that's a free kick.
I just want to say, Sam, that you don't want to see this for the whole second half in the watch along. It must be dreadful for you, like.
Who, for me?
No, for Sam. I can imagine he's dropping out soon. That's all I tried to say. That's why I asked are you watching the whole second half?
Yeah, I have our little Christmas celebration with you, mate. If Sam wants to leave and he's not invited to the party, that's on him.
There you go. We have our own
a rare corner.
We have our own little party.
We've got a corner. Spoiler alert.
Matt Ritchie's going to whip it in.
Lee,
Oh,
you don't have some
we've got a
special
corner.
effects or something? You don't have some special effects like snowflakes or whatever coming in, or Santa Claus?
No, there's too many snowflakes out there already.
True that, like.
Excellent banter. I take it we didn't score from the corner then.
Go away, Matti.
It's Fabian Schär's trying to claim a penalty. Murphy going for worldy with his left foot. No, we didn't score. You've probably gone past the corner stage by now, lads.
Yeah.
It was Schär, wasn't it, who tried to go for penalty?
Ben says, I'll take Alan Pardew back. Alan Pardew ahead of Steve Bruce, probably. Yes.
Is this family of Cole?
Yeah, I really didn't.
Is this family of Cole, by the way?
Family what?
Family of Cole.
Of
his last name is Brian as well, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Brian. Yeah, sorry, mate. Maybe his dad. Maybe his brother.
Or his dad. No, his dad is Graham, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, his dad's a bit of a talker. It'd be great to get him back on again.
I would love to have him back. He's a great lad.
What do you
I
got
like
Liverpool
Graham.
next, lads? Keep positivity.
Yeah. Liverpool and then Leicester. Then Arsenal.
Over the law of averages, I hope you don't expect to have 3 defeats in a row. So the Leicester game might be the one where we're gonna get a point at least.
If we lose all games until the Arsenal game, will Bruce be sacked?
No,
Probably not, right?
No.
How though? How? That's crazy.
Bruce will only be sacked if it was after the transfer window. We're in the bottom 3. Because the new manager would know he cannot spend any money. His job is just to keep us up, take it from there.
But that will be as well boring football probably, because we will probably play defensive. I think, or unless we have a good manager though. Who knows what is attacking football? And because we have players to play attacking football, don't we?
Steve Bruce or John Carver?
Steve Bruce.
Oh, I got a shiver there.
I take Steve Bruce too.
I call him John Carver.
John Carver is a.
I like Carver as an assistant. Mug if Bobby has you for an assistant for all that time. But he wasn't a manager, was he? He tried.
Sterling's went down trying to claim a penalty. Ref says play on. Murphy just burst a gut there to get out. Right, where's the support for Joe Layton here? Joe Layton's had 4 players around him. 4. And he can't keep the ball.
What about Steve McClown or Steve Bruce?
Steve McClown.
Steve McClown's the worst we've had.
Oh, McClown's. Okay. Oh, McClown's. Even it's McClown's relegation.
We had a good team for Steve McClown.
Was Cabaya still in there? Cabaya?
No,
he's gone. But we still have Sissoko and Wijnaldum in midfield.
Did he leave 1 year before Steve McClaren came in?
Cabaya left in the January, didn't he, of 2014?
Yeah, because he couldn't get the Paris side for a long time.
15? I don't know.
Because I remember it's the time that I start. I've seen Cabaya play in St James's. That's when I started supporting Newcastle.
Richie's finally booked.
Yeah, rightly so.
Yeah.
Cancelo again.
Nathan Ake has picked the ball up. He needs to be tested more. Murphy needs to run at Ake a lot more.
From this moment, I'm gonna watch a little bit to Matt Ritchie a lot more. See how he's doing. Just kept me focused on him.
He also has a great coach. Yeah, don't we know it? Put CR7 in Joe Linton's position. It'll still be 2-0. It's not Joe Linton's fault. I think Joe Linton get a lot of hate.
I think he's not that far off. No, with that like.
Try Galen Cowell, little and large. Yeah, why not? Why not? Just need Kevin Nolan was sorted. Our end of year is against good teams, but the rest of our fixtures average to 10th place. Lots of weak teams for us to play to get points. We say that, Jay, but we've just played 4 weak sides. 5 if you include Brentford. Look how that got well.
Sometimes it almost sounds like we want to be relegated somehow. Like the way we're talking sometimes that we want to get relegated.
Jamal Lewis is on for Matt Ritchie.
Oh man, come on!
I can see why. With
No.
Ritchie being booked, and down that left, Man City's right, our left.
Well, that's where they've been strong, isn't it?
Yeah, you can totally see why he's protected.
It'll be interesting to see what Liam says, because Liam's not a big fan of Lewis, and Richie's still defensively.
You got someone here as well. I criticized Sam as well a lot for he supported Lewis.
Well,
Richie
or
in
backed
the
him.
last player rating. So how's that?
Well, we were 2-0 down, but now we definitely lost the game.
Richie and
After bringing Lewis in.
are marking his cost for 2 goals. And that's all. It's come down our left.
Joe Linton's final pass does irritate me somewhat.
I can imagine.
Best way to say, but which manager would want to come here? It's who would want to work on that? Ashley.
Is it maybe only Rafa? Maybe.
Say again, mate.
Is it maybe only Rafa who would like to come back here? Or maybe not because of Ashley, I don't know.
I think Rafa would take most Premier League jobs at the moment to get out of China.
Hi.
I mean, he's not doing brilliant things at Dalian since all the restrictions came in the Chinese Super League, put all the stuff.
Well, he had to win a relegation playoff to stay up, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, they put all the restrictions in place for all the buys because they only allowed 3 foreigners now in your side.
Joe Linton is down as well. Or who is it? Yeah, no. Who is it? Yeah, Joe Linton.
Sterling's been poor the night, man. His finishing's been awful.
Well, he created the chance who gave them the goal. So
that's not a penalty. No, not for me.
He's claiming it. Jeez, mate. I think you should get a yellow card for this as well, for faking it, And some referee do, but
translate this into Czech. Blinken Nora. He's not checking speech.
I don't know what it means. So Blinken Nora.
It means fucking hell.
I understand pretty well Czech, but not so much. Something like this. I don't know what it means. I have no idea. I should get my girlfriend over. She understands.
Have a good Christmas, Sam. The kids.
Yeah, great fun. Good stuff. The kids were spoilt. So yeah, really good. Yeah, thank you. Did you both have a nice Christmas?
I have, yeah. I had a good one. I'm looking forward. The big thing I'm looking forward to is putting this projector up.
Oh yeah.
So I've got a big fancy projector to put up. So looking forward to do that. I've got to reshape the room, find a space where I can ping it on the wall, start watching the games from there.
Was that your Christmas present to yourself?
Nope. I haven't got myself a Christmas present. I've got another Christmas. I still haven't seen the other half yet. I've got to see her. Okay. So I'll see her tomorrow. So I'll get gifts tomorrow. And that's why we're having another Christmas day. I've seen the little one. She's just got money. That's all she ever wants. So she's out and about Boxing Day spending.
Can I say something in Czech to the person who just commented?
Of course you can.
Rozumím česky, ale nerozumím všechno, ale učím se, jo? Takový.
That means all the chip shops are closed in Czechoslovakia because it's their bank holiday.
What? Sorry?
Exactly.
No, I didn't hear you. Really?
Yeah, you don't need to. I was.
Lovely voice. Oh, did you watch the Christmas video, Jordy?
Sam's frozen. Let's take a screenshot.
Just translate.
It's lovely.
Oh, he's back. Are you back, Sam?
Sorry.
He's froze. That's a beautiful picture of Sam there. Oh, he's back.
Matt Hill did it, but not as.
Oh, he's talking. Wait.
Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah, you froze twice.
What?
3 times, actually.
Oh, brilliant.
And I think he's playing Saturday morning cartoons in his head.
I think it was him commenting.
Andy Carroll's on. Big Andy Carroll is on.
Big Joe.
Joe Litton's off.
The real Joe's coming in. Big Andy.
20 minutes.
The real number 9.
Getting 20 minutes. So if you bring an Andy Carroll on, you've got to cross the bar.
It's going to go down. It's going to be 2-2, guys. I tell you.
You have got more chance of getting a blowjob off the Pope than it being 2-2.
See the
It's already scheduled, Sam, to be fair.
Sam has chosen like Bruce's tactics before. What a disgrace in the number 9.
Well,
you kind of blame a lot too much. Like I don't think we should be too harsh on Joelinton, man. What else could he done different?
It's two sloppy players just not following the men on the left side, Almiron and Richie. We've got
seriously, Lee, and Sam, what could Joelinton do different to change things around?
Score goal, pass.
Yeah, but how?
I don't think Carroll will if he doesn't get the ball.
Shoot on target.
When? From what? From midfield?
What? Oh, sorry, I thought you were on about in general. From tonight, no, he couldn't do a lot. No,
even Wilson, I don't think would have.
Okay, thank you.
No,
So I don't think we should be too harsh on Joelinton though.
Newcastle.
I think he's still.
Torres is into the box. He shoots. Darlow saves. That'll be pulled back for offside. Surely, ref.
That's offside, like.
Yeah, he's pulled it back. That annoys me that why they allow it to play on.
They always do that because if they score and they find out by VAR that it's not offside,
it didn't annoy you at Sheffield United last season, did it, Lawler?
No, but it didn't. But that was a great night.
No, but that's the part about I like of VAR. Like this is the good things of VAR. Like they keep playing, and if it's a goal, they can still and players know this. Like they keep playing on, and they don't stop or hesitate. They keep playing on, and if it's gonna turn out in a goal, they can in the end still watch back if it was offside. You know, if the referee already had an idea it was offside, they can still turn it back.
I don't think Wilson.
But I don't like VAR with like those picky handballs that Carroll had, for example. That's terrible, man. That's ruining the game. To be fair, I would take it any day, 2 times today, though. But
live in Atlantis. Brandon lives in Holland, but his girlfriend is from Slovakia. He's in Slovakia tonight.
Atlantis. What are you talking about?
It's just off the M4.
Right. Just on the right hand side, right?
Might be a bit wet.
Yeah.
But he clearly had no idea what I was saying in Czech, probably. So he just probably googled something or heard something from someone who was Czech.
Miggy's been poor tonight.
It's been awful. But mind you, when we've got 20-25% possession of the ball, it's very difficult, isn't it? You're basically scoring the lads for.
All you had to do, like, I know I'm a bit behind you, but all you had to do was just lay. I know we had 3 players around him, but all you had to do was just lay it off to Lewis.
You'll see the next clip of Almiron. You'll not be happy with that.
Say that again, Sam.
All he had to do was lay it off to Lewis, but instead he just completely flummoxed the ball. What did he do? What were you in reference to? That one. Yes.
Yeah, give the ball away again. Matty's pressed really well tonight off the ball.
Yeah. I've never understood the criticism Matty's got because all I see on Twitter is...
Well done, Darlow.
I laughed a lot. He's being aggressive always. He's always like, let's say he's the pit bull of the team. You know what I mean? He's always chasing down.
Torres on the right drills it.
Good job, Carl. Not our call. Call Darlow.
Say anything in Czech and I'll translate it.
I just did.
I just did before as well. I said the chip shops are all closed in wherever he is, and because it's their bank holiday. That's what he said.
Okay, I say something in Czech, yeah?
Okay, yeah, and I'll translate.
Okay. Trnice piccio.
I like peaches with cream.
Yeah, almost. No, let him Google it, or if he knows what I'm saying. Trnice piccio.
I like peaches with cream.
Or no, let me say something different. Dam ti presh piccio. Dam ti presh piccio.
On Sunday, I bought a pencil case.
How do you know?
I can just speak all
Sam,
languages.
you're correct. It's amazing.
I know.
How many languages do you speak?
Oh, how many languages are there?
I speak the language of love.
I wasn't talking about his name. I was just talking that he couldn't translate what I was saying in Czech. I wasn't referring to his name. I just said.
Do you like the 3 goals, Man City, the night, don't
Oh, good. Aguero's coming on. He never scores.
Not against us, does he?
No, he's got a terrible record.
Didn't he score like 4 or 5 past when that 6-1
defeat? He scores like 12 in 5 minutes against us.
That 6-1 defeat. We all thought that 6-1 defeat was great because we went 1-0 up.
We did. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I was at a food and beer festival that day in a little town called Stone in Staffordshire. It's where you stayed, actually, Lawler, for the West Brom game. I was at a food and drink, so I was a half cut by the time kickoff was on. And, I was delighted when we went 1-0 up. And then I went to another stall, come back, and we were 3-1 down.
Yeah, talking about uses substitutions, bring Kun Aguero on now. It's kind of a joke. It's like taking the piss out of us, to be fair. Jesus Christ.
Just get him some minutes, innit?
For what? I don't know.
Well, I was saying to Johnny earlier on, Sam, that most teams are playing 2 days later. We're not. We've got a 4-day rest again.
Yeah, we're like, it's normally you get 1 or 2 days rest, as you say, around this time of year, but it's not. It's just a traditional Saturday, Wednesday for us. So what can you do?
I'm pleased with that because our workload would have went down. I don't think I'll be able to cope with all the layouts and the thumbnails and doing it all again.
Absolutely. Surely you just change the badge though with the layouts.
No, I've got to do it again because it's when I download it. It's
come on, mate. Work smart, not hard.
But it's not HD though. Right, Murphy on the edge of the box. Turns, looking for options. He shoots with his left foot. Edison's forced into save. Palms it wide. Back into play. It's been only really Murphy second half, to be honest. Lewis has picked
Edlin's so quick, and he could have Ake on toast.
No, you're not getting a penalty for that, Murphy. Get up. Yedlin on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Ake heads to throw in. Sorry, mate. What was in?
Yedlin could have Ake on toast, but he just got no delivery.
Not at all. Look at his next cross. Because I know you're a few seconds behind Sam. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Because I used to bloody love Yedlin, especially in the Championship. Absolutely superb, real raw.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Pacey player, but just.
He's just been on the end of Andy Carroll forehead.
Can we say it's the end of Andy Carroll as well?
Or his elbow, sorry. What do you guys think of Matty in this game? I was just saying before, Eric, I think he's pressed very, very well off the ball.
Considering first start since January, first proper game since January, I think he's done brilliant. If you think was his last that last game wasn't Wolves away, was it?
Where he was just brought on for a few minutes.
No, he started Wolves away last January.
Oh, you mean last season?
Last season, yeah, because that was my first game for NFTV. Him and Sean started in midfield.
Yeah, and that 1-1 draw.
Oh, I think Matty's a cracking player. I don't understand some sections of our fan base giving him stick because
me neither.
Oh, he's not even that good. He's not even that good. How do you know? He's played like 12 games in 18 months, 2 years. Bruce has just been looking for excuses not to play him. Bloody Ben Taleb.
Chasing shadows. I will say something about the Czech guy for one more time. Last thing I say to him.
Okay, I'll translate.
Okay. Dej mi pokoj. Děkuji.
The popcorn has run out.
And the last part? You forget the last part. Děkuji.
Dziękuję. That's Borat.
Dekui.
Nice.
Oh,
Thank you.
Dekui.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means I was just going to say thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Great job. No, he knows what it means.
Oh, City on the right-hand side. Yet again, whip ball in. Aguero, Darlow saves. That was again nearly another goal, but it's coming from our left side. Once again, that was Cancelo's cross.
Have you noticed?
Oh,
like,
good save by Darlow.
For a while, there's like a massive Jetro Willems shaped hole on our left-hand side. That's a great save from Darlow.
Yeah.
Once again, Sam?
There's a massive Jetro Willems shaped hole on our left-hand side.
Of course. I already think
Cancelo has been superb.
I really think he will come back, to be fair, because he's on a free in January from Eintracht Frankfurt. So I know he wants to come back. I've seen Dutch interviews of him. Yeah, great. Bring Gil in now. Why not? That makes a difference.
81 minutes, Frankie. 81.
Great tactics.
And Dwight Gale is coming on for Almiron, who's been appalled.
Sam doing his best. James May here.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Jay.
I think we played a good game. Only 2-0. If we can keep it to 2-0, it's not that bad.
Darlow man of the match, says James.
Yeah, probably.
I would say Hayden.
Clark, Hayden, Matty.
Yeah,
Hayden or Matty, yeah, because he's playing a decent game.
I don't think there are 7s or anything. I think the 6 will be probably the highest.
Yeah.
Just above average.
Oh, I'm so happy I don't have to do really a video tonight after this.
Yeah,
I only have to send in a clip.
That's plenty of time. You can jump on. Help it out.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so much. I'll leave it to the other lads.
Everton have just went ahead against Sheffield United. Sigurdsson.
Got Calvert-Lewin in my fantasy team, so that's irritating.
Yeah, it's 1-0 there. Howard Bruce, get another forward player on.
He can't. He's used his 3 subs.
Oh, he has. He has.
Cutting edge coverage here on NFTV.
Well, you know.
I thought I had one more sub.
I used to watch like Rafa Benitez's press conference all the way through the full 15 minutes every Friday. Talk about it, make a video about it because it was fascinating. Bruce,
I watched a Steve Bruce post-match. So on match day, on a normal match day, when you go to a game, if you go in the terrace bar straight after the game, they play the full live post-match press interviews for the managers. And it was after Bournemouth 2-1, and Bruce had to redo the match of the day interview because for the whole duration of the post-match press conference, he kept calling Bournemouth Watford.
Score isn't bad as what I thought is, Kevster.
No, yeah, very true.
Yeah, Johnny mentioned that. Keep it.
If we'd have played like this against Fulham, Brentford, we'd have probably been okay.
Well, I don't know about that. We're still got when you still need attacking threat.
Look at Fulham's last 3 games. Draws against Southampton, ourselves, and Liverpool.
Would that work though?
An 8.
I'm seeing some comments, and would it work though? And you're saying we need some attacking impulses. Would it work? Wilson and Mitrovic on top, 4-4-2.
Well, no, it wouldn't work because Mitrovic plays for Fulham.
No, I mean, if you would come over,
stop
don't be like this.
We don't need Mitrovic back. He
he's
wasn't.
going to give a penalty here.
That's not what I need. That's not what I'm asking. Would it work?
Guerrero went round the goalkeeper. Mariners haven't done it.
Oh, penalty.
We've got a bloody rain there.
That's a penalty, like. He's not. VAR is going to check.
Like
It's going to be a penalty.
He looks offside.
If he's not offside, it's a penalty, I think. He's offside. Okay. No worries.
He wins the ball first. He wins the ball first.
But otherwise, that's a clear penalty.
Nah, he wins the ball first.
Nah, that ain't a pen.
Yeah, okay. I agree with you guys. Seeing it now.
Nah, no penalty.
It looked like a penalty
No, he wins the ball first. And
To go back to your Mitrovic point, because it's not a penalty, Mitrovic was poor for us anyway. He did, no.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. He lost his place.
I wish most of our players showed the will and the passion that Mitrovic had.
The options.
That because his will and his passion was so much.
The thing is, though,
it was great.
You've got to have more than a bit of passion, because Andy Carroll's got a lot of passion for the club.
Exactly. So's Jacob Murphy. But, you know.
Well, Carroll's actually a bit of a joker because he goes around playing pranks around the dressing room and with the kit men and all that.
Who's that?
Carroll. It's a bit of a character.
He always was, probably.
Jay, in Atlanta, are you coming on the fan reaction show?
I'm hosting it, obviously, because I always do when we freaking lose.
Good luck to you, Sam.
Still never presented a fan reaction show after a win. Never.
That's because you're like a psychologist, you know. People can.
No, it's because everyone else is mysterious.
People can just empty their thoughts and clear their hearts. At you because you look so You look so simple.
Did you say empty your farts or empty their thoughts?
Their thoughts. That's what I mean.
Thoughts. Thank God for that.
Why? What's the difference?
Wow.
I don't know. Really, did I say something wrong?
No. You were spot on.
Get yourself on, James. Good to have you back on.
People just feel really safe with you, Sam.
10.
I think you should take it as a compliment.
Yes.
That's why you get the losing games.
Andy Carroll just kicked thin air. Ooh, that's a dirty challenge. That's got to be a free kick, ref. It's got to be yellow card.
Oh, yeah, Andy.
Well, there.
Jeez, Andy. His timing is
Yeah, but he plays 10 minutes every month. What do you expect?
Yeah, but still, he's training though. Come on.
Yeah, I'm assuming we did get a free kick for that.
So because he's playing 10 minutes a week, it means his timing has to be off. Like the way he's timing these shots, it's.
I said a month, not a week.
He'll be out for 6 weeks next week.
Probably after that challenge.
Come on, Dwight Gale, get yourself on the end of this.
No, Dwight Gale's going to score it. Or Andy's going to score it.
Oh, Yedlin, man. Christ, man, Yedlin.
Probably not.
What are you doing?
It would be nice to have one goal at least. But
well done, Murphy.
Jesus, fuck.
Well done, Hayden.
Yeah. Please score the 3-0. Give Bruce Payne.
Oh,
please do it.
Skill. Didn't lose the ball from there. Oh, you're lucky.
Ooh. What do you think of Fabian Schär's man bun?
That seems to be a bit of a
sexy as fuck.
Now him and Andy Carroll sporting one, and this one that looks like.
I'm not a fan of Schär's.
Oh, are we really talking about men buns now?
Right. Turn. Drive at them. Whip ball in. Carroll's header loops up. Gale trying to fight for it. Fucking hell, man.
Might be interesting then the game, though, Sam. You have a fair point.
Offside.
Oh, see, that's what I like from Matty. Just charges the ball down and goes in for 50-50s and wins them.
Yes, Frank, you were wrong. Man City have not put 7 past her. Don't get me wrong, they already deserved the win today, but looking at 2-0, it's not too bad. Santiago Muñez back.
Yes, please.
The way he kicks a fucking football.
Misses best at it, Gavin as well. Gavin liked the drink, but
I got injured in the garage.
What was he called? Gavin Hastings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miss him as well. Good on the ball. Great finisher, but women drugs a bit too much.
Bit of a shit off the pitch, though, wasn't he?
Hey, Gavin. The Gavin goes also to Real Madrid, isn't it?
Are you seeing goal 3?
Yeah, with Real Madrid, isn't it? Oh no.
Awful. It's one of the worst football films.
Isn't Mike Ashley in goal 3?
I think he's in one of them, yeah. I think so. It's about Mexico in the World Cup. It's horrible. It's a horrible film.
So it's not about goal 2 is about Real Madrid, right?
Yeah, that's his move to Real Madrid.
Oh, okay.
Third one's about Mexico, and it's shocking.
But Gavin is going there as well, I think, to Real Madrid.
Budget. Don't think it's got the same budget or nothing.
Don't tell me Mexico won the World Cup.
Can't remember. It was shocking. I've only ever seen it once.
Should we watch it all on stream live? Do a live watch along of the goal free game.
We'll all DVD or something. We'll all watch goal and hey, it's a good shout that.
No, let's all watch the game. Let's all watch the film ourselves at your watch along, and then put it together as a film. It's gonna be hilarious.
International break there again.
Yeah,
purely belter.
When are you doing it?
And just put the highlights out.
No, we can't put highlights out.
Just remembered I'm.
Put the highlights out from the reactions of the film, and then if people really want to pay for it, they can have the full watch along. €5.
Get it on our Amazon store. We'll put a special eBay link out, which we haven't done for a while.
See, Carroll is winning headers though when we do go long.
Yeah, of course he does. That's the only thing he can do still. That's
Come on,
Edlin.
Johnny is a cautionary tale of what happens when you support Newcastle for too long. I realised Stanley from the office. Poor Johnny, he's not even young, he's getting some stick.
He still didn't react to what I said though. Well, he did in the end.
Look at the rain there, it looks shocking, doesn't it?
It's like that here. That's why I froze it before, because the weather here is terrible.
You think the Saudis will come back in? Oh, it's that old debate with the wrangle of the Premier League and everything, isn't it?
How do you guys think that's going to turn out, though? Is it going to work in some way?
I don't know.
I don't think because of this we still will get taken over, though. And if the judge somehow say like, okay, we are in the right, do you think the Saudis come back in and take us over, or do you think they had enough of it already?
It's a tough one because they've got to find some wrongdoing by the Premier League, like a fair, what's the word I'm looking for, like a fair use of trading or something.
What I'm trying to say, like, do you think the Saudis feel like they're in a fair competition after all this debacle?
Goal is on Amazon Prime for $4.
Bargain.
Do you know what Amazon for, actually? Newcastle Fans TV on Amazon.
I don't think we deliver to Atlanta, Georgia, though. That could be an issue.
Lee, Sam, I would like to hear this from you guys. Like, do you guys think if we can get, if the judge says, okay, we can get taken over by the Saudis, yeah, do you think they feel like they're in a fair competition against the rest of the league after all this debacle?
Yeah, we missed the whole debacle. Newcastle went down 2-0 defeat. Look, I'm not devastated about that. I'm not deflated about it. Expected it. Could have been a lot worse if Manchester City were clinical when they were through. But yeah, it's one of them.
What do you think, Sam?
It was a free hit.
What I just asked
about what if we get taken over?
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, if the judge says, okay, you guys were right, the Saudis can take over of my guys, if they approve it, do you think they are still? Do they think the Saudis feel they're still in a fair competition? And
who cares? #cans.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you don't think they will back out because of all this debacle?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Okay.
But
okay, end of that discussion.
Sadly, #cans is no longer trending.
No, it's not.
So, fortunately, Newcastle don't drop because they didn't get beat by 4 goals, so they will stay where they are in the Premier League. The Palace getting beat earlier on today. We do have loads more videos coming up, which we're looking forward to, but there's a lot of graphs in tonight. So, up next at 7 minutes' time, we've got Johnny, and he's going to be doing his reaction. So, stay tuned for that.
Always.
We've got the fan reaction. We want all of you guys involved. Get your say. 11:15, 11:30, depending on the time we finish. We'll get scoring the players. We'll rate all the lads. And then I'll be back probably, it's going to be probably midnight, I reckon, for the last word, which I'll be wrapping up all of today's videos. So stay tuned for all the videos. Leicester 2, Manchester United 2, Villa 3, Palace 0, Fulham 0, Southampton 0, Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1, Man City 2, Newcastle 0, Sheffield United 0, Everton 1. Arsenal game, though, was a bit surprising, mind you. Didn't expect that with their reserve side.
Wasn't it just?
Yeah. Very awesome.
I put a tweet out saying Arsenal with their reserve side is going to get hammered tonight. So
Well, that didn't age well, did it?
it didn't. So obviously I backed myself back up. Put Homer Simpson going back in the bush. Quoted it.
Yes.
Everyone
Good to see
who,
Arsenal coming back into form when we're about to play them soon.
It would happen though, wouldn't it?
everyone who watched, thank you so much. I have to go because my name is shouted. Lee, Sam, thank you. Sam, thank you for staying the whole second half.
Yeah,
And,
Brandon,
I'm gonna back out. Good luck with the fits.
Brandon will be
later.
back with us in Slovenia next week. So
No, not Slovenia, Slovakia.
It'll be
almost
Slovenia.
Lee.
It'll be the next door country. You'll be in that country. Brandon's in a new country.
Yeah.
Every time he's on live on air. Brandon be in Slovenia next week.
3rd of January, I'll be back in the Netherlands.
Slovenia. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, sure. Cheers.
Right, and that is Brandon. Thank you very much, Brandon. We are going to wrap up. All the reaction videos are going to be up in 5 minutes with Johnny, Samuel, with Matt on scoring the players fan reaction. So we'll get
you and Matt scoring the players, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm back, so that'll give me a little bit of time to work on the last word as much as I can. I'm going to run the toilet because I'm bursting for the loo, but then I'll crack on with it. But yes, that is it, everybody. Hope you have not enjoyed the performance, enjoyed our coverage, talking about football and Czechoslovakian sayings and beers and holidays and best away days international. Yeah. And anything I missed?
Translating.
Yeah. And we've learned tonight, Sam is
We've learned languages.
You can speak Czechoslovakian. That is it. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. We'll be with you in 3 or 4 minutes' time with Johnny. Ta-da, everyone.